WesBanco Arena. It is time for arena football here. I'm Chris Gilbert alongside of Jamarcus Webster. We have two leagues coming together tonight. The AAL2 being represented by the Wheeling Miners and the Great Lakes Arena League being represented by the Michigan Avengers. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far as we're just getting started here. So, Jamarcus, I mentioned two leagues coming together here. The Michigan Avengers, they'll be playing in the championship game in their league here on June the 1st against the West Michigan Ironmen, and then the Wheeling Miners about halfway through their season. Kind of cool to see these two teams on a collision course here and see a league versus league matchup here tonight.
Yeah, it's a great test to see where your league's at, see how you guys are, So if you come out here today and the Wheeling Miners put on a show, score a lot of points, competition out there, they're above it. They can go out there and play, no worries. They can do whatever they want. They get that swagger feeling in them. That they're just out there. They go out there, no matter what team, no matter where at, they just go out there and ball.
Now, you and I were talking about this when we were off the air here. It's a tough situation for the Michigan Avengers because they would have had such a long layoff before their championship game, but now they get an opportunity. They get to come on the road. They get to play in a packed arena, much like what they're going to see in their championship game against the West Michigan Ironmen. They already been up there to play one game, so they know the atmosphere to expect. So you could say, in a way, it's a tune-up game. The Avengers are taking this game super seriously. They want to win this one, but it also gives them some things to work on, some things, that they like to be able to go into this championship game.
Yeah, this is great because, Wheeling did come in here, all pedal to the metal. They're not going to let up, so that's great for the Avengers to come in here, have that sort of competition, for them to prepare for their championship. They're not just sitting around, just only practicing. They actually come out here and play a different team and see different colors and, help them prepare for that championship game so they're not, resting too much. They get out there and hit pads a little bit.
And that's like you said, we were talking about it too. You can only simulate so much during practice. So now that they get to come back in and have an actual game, I'd like to welcome Mansfield Dinkins, the head coach for the Michigan Avengers. If you are a football fan, especially indoor football in the Ohio Valley, you might remember that name. And that's because Mansfield Dinkins was here as a member of the Dayton Skyhawks, scored his first ever professional touchdown in this building. So it's kind of a welcome home here for Mansfield Dinkins. The Dayton Skyhawks a 25-22 victory over the then Steel Valley Smash. So he's pretty familiar with this arena.
Yeah, it's a feel good moment. Score your first touchdown here. You come back with a different team. And play here. So as a head coach, you want to come in and do as much as you can. Try to come in here out of Wheeling with a win, and just make more memories from scoring your first touchdown here to having your first win here as a coach. So that's that's the special thing.
And what else is special too is he's also coaching with his brother, he's coaching with his father, and then his son Kyle Isaac Dinkins is the quarterback for this Michigan Avengers team. So it is definitely a family affair here for this Avengers team. So like you said, making some memories not only with his father, with his brother, and then his son here as well. This is going to be an exciting game. But for more on the Wheeling Miners, we're going to kick it down to Walker and Coach Rez.
Hi, I'm Walker Mosley, and I'm here with Coach Rez, head coach of the Wheeling Miners here. Coach, you won last week on the Star Wars night. The force was really with you. 88-20 win to extend your lead, extend your wins to 4-0. Thoughts on the season so far, being undefeated?
Yeah, it's been fun season so far. We're starting to come in our own. 88 points on the offensive side is pretty solid. Defense is looking pretty good. Giving up a few things here and there, even offensively. We dropped the ball a few times, but I feel like we're starting to come together and getting a good groove.
Yeah, definitely. When you score 88 points and your defense only gives up 20 right there, that's a really good spot to be in. Yeah. Now, coming into this game against a tough Avengers team, looking to be Thanos today. How are you going to game plan against them, and what do you see that you can take advantage of?
So we're just going to take advantage of their inexperience, and we're coming together pretty good. We got a few vets. Probably one of the top quarterbacks in the game in the area, specifically on the East Coast. Most of the leagues, Grant can compete in any single one of those leagues. So we're excited and to have him with us. And I just feel like we're going to be put a good game plan together and be solid and make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. He's from Ohio Dominican, where you played college ball at. He's been around, tough player for you guys. What do you see in his game that you like, and what's he going to do for you today?
He does exactly what you want a quarterback to do: take charge, lead the team, and they follow them. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. Looking to win here against the Michigan Avengers. I'm Walker Mosey with Coach Rez.
Thank you, Walker and Coach Rez, giving me a little bit of insight on tonight's matchup with the Michigan Avengers. And DeMarcus, what more can you say about the Miners last time out? An 88-20 victory over the Maryland Warriors. They really flexed their muscles. Jeremiah Flores getting into the end zone 5 times. The defense, Dante Mason with 4 interceptions. It was just a total team effort in that game, and they're really going to need that tonight against this Michigan Avengers team.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can say because they showed what they can do, out there, just letting it all hang loose, getting good passes in there, some great deep balls, that turned into some touchdowns. Great defensive effort, Coach G out there. The defense he coaches here and at Wheeling, they're just like some of the greatest defenses you've seen. They don't allow that many points, and they're just ruthless. See ball, get ball, so they attack the ball, and the offense is through the air. They're just phenomenal through the air.
And I'll tell you what, two key players missing tonight, 3 key players missing tonight for the Wheeling Miners. That's starting defensive back Aaron Finch, defensive lineman Andre Portis, and defensive lineman Larry Ford. So it's going to give some guys some opportunities to step up into the starting role here tonight on defense, especially on that defensive line. But like I said, whoever you throw out there has been productive for this Miners team. So what do you expect out of these guys that are getting that opportunity to start here tonight?
Well, I think they're going to come in here with the mindset that, we got those guys out, so we have to have a guy step up. So if I'm one of those guys, I'm going to go out there and ball out, try to create as much pressure on the D-line, get to the quarterback, make the quarterback have a bad throw, and rush them, make them have a bad decisions, eventually get a couple hits on them in there, maybe get a sack, strip sack, maybe a defensive line pick, whatever happens.
Yeah, getting the crowd going, of course. And you're going to see 2 new offensive linemen, Brandon Thorpe and Dominique Stevenson, both coming over from the Georgia Force in the AFL. So 2 new offensive linemen here. They're going to have to learn a different offense. Protecting Grant Russell here tonight. Israel Evans more likely will step back in that center position. But 2 new offensive linemen, so I think we're going to see a lot of rotating on that offensive line here tonight.
Yeah, and offensive linemen take pride in protecting the quarterback, so they're going to do what they're going to do to protect the quarterback. So, it's nothing new to them. They may have to learn a new playbook, but it's their job to protect the quarterback. They know that. It's also their job to protect the running back, so they're not going to allow anything to happen. And it's not anything they're not used to. In college, they have to learn a new playbook. Once they get out of high school, go to college, and those guys go to the bigger leagues have to learn a new playbook. You go to a different team, you have to learn a new playbook. So it's not really new to them, so they're probably just used to it. They just know they're got to go out there, protect the quarterback, put some people on their backs.
Absolutely. Jamarcus Webster, great stuff as always. The 4-0 Wheeling Miners taking on the 2-1 Michigan Avengers. That's coming your way next. I'll be on the call with Jeffrey Blumenauer. Stay tuned.
Channel 99, baby, showtime.
Yep.
Avengers looking to play a championship game next week against the West Michigan Ironmen.
Absolutely indeed. And let's take a look a little bit at this lineup here for the Michigan Avengers. It starts with their quarterback, and that is Kyle Isaac Dinkins, 6'2", 240 out of Hampton University, the son of head coach Mansfield Dinkins III. What are you expecting out of Kyle Dinkins here tonight?
A lot of movement. He's one of those quarterbacks that doesn't like to stand in the pocket really long. He'll make quick decisions. He'll throw the ball down the field or run it himself. Very athletic quarterback.
Absolutely indeed. And when he's not lining up in the quarterback position, you're going to see Armani Posey, number 12, the Bowling Green product. He can play quarterback. He can play wide receiver. He can play linebacker. He can play safety. He can play all over the field out there for this Michigan Avengers team.
You see that a lot in the arena indoor game. A lot of players are multi-talented, five-tool players like they call in baseball, but they like to go everywhere. If you can create a spark, they'll put you wherever you're needed.
And another guy that a lot of arena football fans might be familiar with, number 63, David Winters out of Arkansas Baptist. He has played with many teams in arena football, a veteran out there for this Michigan Avengers team.
Absolutely, and that's what you need, is that veteran leadership that you need to get some of these young guys going and in the right direction.
And we have Anthony Freebos, the kicker, coming out onto the field with his mom. That is so cool to see here. She's going to go ahead and slam the hammer down there for the Miners. Why not here on Mother's Day? Anthony, welcome his mom here to this game.
What an awesome tribute to Miss Prevost. Just a great addition here to the lineup. I mean, she gets to hang out with the team, so great to see her back in town. Got to meet her a couple times, so awesome to see her do this on Mother's Day.
And kicker Anthony Prevost was telling me it was a surprise, Jeff. He was going to go drop something off to his mom for Mother's Day. She was waiting out there. She had her bags packed, and she said, son, I'm coming with you to Wheeling, West Virginia this time around. Always great to see Miss Prevost. Always great to see Anthony. Welcome again into the broadcast here tonight. The 2-1 Michigan Avengers taking on the 4-0 West Virginia Miners. This is going to be exciting. Like I said, folks, the Avengers, they are set to play in their championship game in the Great Lakes Arena League on June the 1st against the West Michigan Ironmen. But the Miners, Jeff, still some regular season games to go here.
Absolutely, still a couple more chances to see the Miners at home. A couple more games going forward on the 1st and also on the 8th. So get your tickets now. Get here. This is an exciting atmosphere. But as for right now, we'll bring you the game tonight.
Absolutely, indeed. We are about 3 minutes away here from kickoff. Jeff, we mentioned in the pregame show a few new names in the lineup here that we'll introduce to some of the folks here after we bring you the national anthem.
With the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's special guest singing the anthem, local country singer, Caden Board.
And as promised, we'll bring you some new guys into the lineup here for the Wheeling Miners. Jeff, why not? Let's start here on the offensive line. Brendan Thorpe making his way in the lineup. Dominique Robertson. Both guys have some arena football experience. Dominique Robertson actually had a cup of coffee with the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their camp, and they both coming over from the Georgia Force.
Absolutely, two very capable offensive linemen, two very heavy-handed. Just when they get their hands on you, it's kind of hard to shut off their blocks.
Absolutely, indeed. And making his season debut tonight, also Rashawn Ray, the defensive end out of Daytona State College. So let's go ahead and bring you the scratches real quick before we get back to Rashawn Ray. Inactive tonight, defensive back Devontae Hayes, defensive back Aaron Finch. A special congratulations to Aaron Finch, welcoming a new addition to his family. Defensive end Andre Portis, defensive end Larry Ford, offensive lineman Xavier Thomas, and offensive lineman Geraldo Gustavo. Not available tonight for the Wheeling Miners, but Rashawn Ray making his season debut here tonight. He is a beast on that defensive end, and he is hungry to get the quarterback here tonight.
Absolutely, somebody that hasn't seen much playing time is looking forward to being down there tonight and just trying what he can to get to that quarterback.
Now, you had Joel Zellum at the beginning of the season, naturally a defensive player, hadn't played his offensive line since high school. He made the transition back to offensive line here to start the season, but with more offensive line coming in, with maybe being a little thin on the defensive line, could we see Zellum playing both sides of the ball here tonight, Jeff?
Absolutely. I mean, you could see him on the defensive line, and do not rule out seeing him in the backfield.
Speaking of the backfield, I mean, how about that beast in the backfield? You have Charles Westbrook back there, you have Andy Plowden back there, and then you have the receivers that can carry the ball too. A lot of dangerous weapons out there for this Miners team.
Absolutely, and the conductor that is in the head of it all, Grant Russell, just a performance last game, just with a bunch of touchdowns here, in the team at home. Unbelievable start to this season for Grant Russell.
Absolutely. And Jeff, let's go ahead and take a quick minute to pause here, because the arena football and indoor football community, it is a family, and obviously our condolences and our hearts are heavy tonight. And going out to the West Michigan Iron family. Scott, who is the mascot up there, also was amazing with the t-shirt gun. I know you got to see him in action when you went up there in 2019. Unfortunately, tragically passed away. So that is the team that the Michigan Avengers will be playing in the championship game. But obviously our hearts and our condolences going out to the West Michigan family and to the family of Scott. It's just horrible, horrible news there out of the Michigan community.
Absolutely, somebody that loved the game as much as he did. He played the mascot role of FE for them. He was just a great mascot, and just somebody that helped them out anywhere they needed. I seen pictures of him hanging goalposts. He was out on the field with us warm-ups when I was out there in 2019. So yeah, he's just somebody that's going to be dearly missed in the arena community.
So as we go on here tonight on this Mother's Day game, fans, we ask that you do the same. Please send your condolences to the West Michigan family and the Scott's family. Just horrible, horrible news there. We are ready for arena football action here. AAL2 versus the Great Lakes Arena League. And back deep here for the Michigan Avengers is Tony Sykes, 5'11", 180 pounds, out of Bluffton University. The Avengers will be moving from left to right as you are watching on YouTube. They have the all-black helmets, the black jerseys with the white letters, and the all-black pants. They are led by head coach Mansfield Dinkins, offensive coordinator Courtney Dinkins, defensive coordinator Brandon Dinkins, linebacker, defensive back, and running backs coach Sherman Neely, and special teams coach by Mansfield Dinkins Jr. Anthony Next Level Prevost has the ball teed up, and we are ready to roll here. The Miners in the black helmets with the dark blue jerseys and the black pants. Sykes is going to receive it back at the goal line, get a burst of speed up to the 10. Sykes with only one man to beat. That's going to be the kicker, Prevost. And Prevost able to wrap him up and finishing it off with the tackle there, R.C. Everbeck and Nick Coulter.
Good conversion there by the coverage team of the Miners. Just one thing that Coach Rez has been working on in practice is that kickoff and kick coverage unfortunately gets burned here. Great field position for the Avengers.
So Anthony Prevost with the tackle there on the assist, Nick Coulter and R.C. Everbeck. First down and goal from the Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration red zone for the Avengers. Receiver out to the far side, Devin Ashley, 6'4", out of Garden City Community College. The quarterback is going to be Kyle Isaac Dinkins out of Hampton University. He's going to send Sykes in motion here. It's going to be a keeper play by Isaac Dinkins, making a cut at the 6-yard line, and he will be brought down there. Making the initial stop for the Miners is Dante Mason. 5 interceptions last week against the Maryland Warriors. He makes the initial hit there for the Miners.
What a debut for Mason. He's picking up where he left off last weekend. Just a great sure-handed tackle, and don't be surprised if he tries to snag a couple interceptions to add to his total.
2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line for the Avengers. Sidecar off to the left of Isaac Dinkins is Donnell Crithers out of Ferris State, a powerful program up there in that Michigan area. QB keeper by Isaac Dinkins, lowering his shoulder right into the hands there. Initial contact being made by Javen Jones on the stop. So 2 keeper plays here by the Avengers.
Good job there by Javen Jones coming across the line of scrimmage, seeing the play develop in the backfield and getting the football and bringing down the ball carrier there.
No gain on the play there for Isaac Dinkins. It is 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. And Kyle Isaacs Dinkins, Jeff, he is a load to bring down. 6 foot, 240 pounds down there out of Hampton.
That's what I said. He's very athletic. He can move, and he's a hard tackle to bring down for sure.
Receiver here on the near side, Dion McGee. Motion man also here on the near side. Isaac Dinkins back to pass, looking toward the end zone. Pressure coming. Isaac Dinkins able to scramble out of the way, and it is going to be knocked down on the play. Initial pass deflection on that one is Dante Mason, but also in the vicinity there was Devontae Tinsley. Great coverage there by the Miners. Obviously a little frustrated that they didn't come up with the interception, but just a great knockdown there by the Miners.
Yeah, Tinsley getting in there and just could not conceal the interception there, but knocks it down. Live to fight another down here.
So Javen Jones, Dio Dessois, and Zay Lewis starting down there on the defensive line rather here for the Miners. 4th down and goal upcoming from the 6 here for the Avengers. Sidecar off to the right is Crithers. Man goes in motion, that's Sykes. Isaac Dinkins back to pass. He's going to be hit and bounces it off of a defender. Pass falls incomplete. Pressure on that play there by Zay Lewis on the QB hurry.
Great job there by Zay Lewis to get a hold of Dinkins, not let go. Great stop there by Coach Mont and the Miners defense. They gave up good field position on the kickoff return, but the Miners shut the door there.
And that's like you said, Jeff, bend but don't break defense. And that's exactly what the Miners did. They tightened up there, only 3 yards on that drive for the Avengers, and the Miners will have it on the far side of the 6-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Wheeling. Quarterback Grant Russell throwing 6 touchdown passes last week for this Wheeling Miners squad against the Maryland Warriors. Having a little issue here with the chains. Just a brief hold up here. Jeremiah Flores will be the motion man for the Miners. Dre London here on the near side. Isaiah Robinson over on the far side. Zellum in the backfield like you mentioned there, Jeff. There goes Flores in motion. Russell dropping back to pass. Looking. Has Isaiah Robinson on the fly route. Robinson makes the catch down to the 15-yard line, and that'll be a Miners 1st down.
Putting Zellum in the backfield helps out Grant Russell. Gives him a little bit more of time. The extra offensive lineman there in Joel Zellum in the backfield. Great protection. Great ball by Grant Russell. Throwing a runner's ball there to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson getting downfield, getting some extra yards, sets up a good 1st down here for the Miners.
1st down and 10 from the 14-yard line. I mean, why not? Grant Russell opened up with a 36-yard pass to begin last week. Opens up with a 33-yard pass to Isaiah Robinson to begin this week. Robinson, the motion man for the Miners. Russell back to pass, plenty of time, has some room in front of him, gonna tuck it and run at the 10, and he will be brought down at the 9-yard line. Let's give him a gain of 5. So Grant Russell, with all the time in the world there, the seas just parted there, and he was able to get it up to the 9-yard line.
Quick decision making there by Grant Russell, seeing the open field there, nothing but green turf in front of him. He runs it up and gets as many yards as he can. That live to fight another down mentality.
2nd down and 5 upcoming for the Miners. Ball on the far side of the 9-yard line. London, the near side receiver. Flores is the motion man. Isaiah Robinson is the receiver on the far side. Flores going in motion. Russell back to pass, and it is going to be knocked down on the play, but no, it's going to be knocked down illegally there. Guilty party is going to be Andrew Perkins working on Jeremiah Flores. There's the call from the White Hat. It will be pass interference on Andrew Perkins, and will be a first down for the Miners inside the Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
For the referees, so we will do our best as the announcer to relate what those penalties are until we can get
Ball is on the 2-yard line, first down and goal in the Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration red zone. Is here on the near side of that 2-yard line. See what Coach Rez has up his sleeves here. Charles Westbrook into the game in that running back position. He will be the sidecar off to the right here of Grant Russell. Flores and London, the far side receivers. Isaiah Robinson here on the near side. Robinson, the motion man. He's going to get the handoff from Russell Robinson into the end zone. Touchdown, Miners!
Robinson on the sweep there, the jet sweep motion. Great play call inside the red zone by Coach Rez there. Grant Russell just feeds it to Isaiah Robinson. He cuts the corner, finds his way into the end zone.
So Isaiah Robinson, a 2-yard run, and the Miners are on the board. 8:29 and counting here in the first quarter. Anthony next level Prevost in to attempt the extra point. This will be out of the Ron Hill hold. Check that Ron Brown. My apologies, folks. Actually, no, it's going to be Trey London down there. We're going to have a flag on the play. Prevost has the ball, spins around, and will be brought down at the 5-yard line. But we do have some laundry on the field. So I got it right the third time there, folks. I do apologize. That is Andre London, the holder, not Ron Brown. But the penalty is going to be against the Michigan Avengers, so we will reattempt this extra point.
Half the distance to the goal, retry the PAT.
R.C. Everbeck, the holder. Also down there on the offensive line, Brandon Thorpe. Israel Evans lined up to the left of R.C. Everbeck. Also Dominic Robertson. And Prevost will attempt this extra point try once again out of the Andre London hold. Snap from Everbeck, it's going to be a high one, and we also have another flag on the play. London dropping back the pass, and the pass falls incomplete. So we do have another flag down on the play. Didn't quite see if this will be again against the Avengers, and it will be. So we will retry the extra point once again. Third time's the charm here, Jeff.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, probably going to bring the offense out and try for the 2-point at this point. He did it last week, I mean, after the many roughing the kickers.
That's exactly what they're going to do here, Jeff. They're going to bring Grant Russell back in here. Ball on the half-yard line on this 2-point try. 7:40 and counting. Go here in the first quarter of play. Miners out to a 6-0 lead. Robertson, Thorpe, and Evans down there on the offensive line. Westbrook, the sidecar off to the right of Grant Russell. London and Flores are the receivers. Here's the handoff to Westbrook, and he gets in for the 2-point conversion. So it's 7:19 to go here in the first quarter of play. 8-0 lead for the Miners, Jeff.
Just a great, it started with the big stand there from the defense of the Miners, giving up the huge field position on the kickoff return. Come back out, Grant Russell throws a bomb downfield, get great field position, and punch it into the end zone.
Absolutely, indeed. That was a 4-play, 40-yard drive there for the Miners. And they are on the board after the 2-yard run there by Isaiah Robinson. Robinson last week against the Maryland Warriors didn't get an opportunity to carry the ball, but 3 receptions and 60 yards for 2 touchdowns for the Washington, Pennsylvania, and West Liberty product.
And here come our girls right through here. All of your
want to send a very special happy birthday shout out to Director of Player Personnel.
8-0 in favor of the Miners as Anthony Prevost has his ball teed off once again. A fantastic return on the opening play there for the Avengers, and this time Prevost is going to knock it all the way over the wall. He's visibly upset with himself down there, Jeff, but nothing to be upset about. I mean, it is an adjustment like he mentioned, but you know he's going to get closer and closer to that Uno each time.
Yeah, it's a little bit of different kicking situation. Using a different tee than he used to use. He's getting adjusted to that also. But, I mean, definitely the ball's a little different too. That's what him and I were talking about last game, is the ball's a little bit more rounder, a little bit more little more air in it than he's used to. So he's just trying to get adjusted to that. And he's been kicking outdoors for, 4 or 5 years. So, I mean, he's trying to adjust back to the arena game just like everybody else.
Absolutely, indeed. It will be first down and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Avengers. Receiver out to the far side, Devin Ashley. Motion man will be Armani Posey. Empty backfield here for the Avengers. Passes in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Dion McGee. And that'll bring up a first down and 10 for the second down and 10 rather for the Avengers. Now, Jeff, that's one thing I noticed. There's not a lot of teams that really go with that empty backfield, but that's what the Avengers are doing here.
Yeah, most of the time it's a running back there, an extra offensive lineman. So he had a good amount of time, so he got lucky on that one. Normally, you do that, the quarterback's a sitting duck.
Twins over on the far side, Devin Ashley, Armani Posey. Motion man on this side will be Tony Sykes. Isaac Stinkins back to pass, looking downfield to a wide open Devin Ashley, able to evade a few defenders, and will bring it down to the 15-yard line, make it the 17, and that'll be a first down for the Avengers. Dante Mason, with the tackle there for the Miners.
Good adjustment there by Ashley to climb the ladder, go up and get that one. Avoid the first hit, get some extra yardage there for the Avengers.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Avengers.
Take a look at it again here on the health plan replay. Goes up, gets it, spins around, and dives for the extra yard for his team.
So we have an official's timeout.
It's too quiet here on Sunday. Let's make some noise!
So I'm not sure what the conversation is going to be between the officials here. 5:46 to go here in the first quarter, 8-0 in favor of the Miners as they're having the conversation now with the officials. As you can hear the Mine line there in the background, Dante Mason enjoying the fine Mine line music here.
Let's hear it for our passionate coach! Coach is out there! Give us the award!
Chris, I mentioned on the coaches show on Wednesdays, my favorite rivalry is Coach Rez and the referees. Like, that's my favorite rivalry is Coach Rez and the referees. There are some very candid pictures of him just giving the referees the what for. I absolutely love it.
So after the conversation, we have a sidecar off to the right here of Kyle Isaac Stinkins. Back to pass, looking across the middle. Pass is going to be complete. Ball is on the ground, and it will be Miners football.
I think Tinsley came up with the recovery down there. Looks like it. 21, yes, sir.
So Dante Mason forcing the fumble. Devontae Tinsley coming up with the recovery. And there's another turnover for this Miners squad.
Great job there of Mason of putting the helmet on the ball there, looking at the health plan replay, comes across, sees it happen. Just great job there of helping out his defensive back, and then Tinsley, right place, right time, grabbing the fumble there and gives his offense the ball back here.
So a great defensive stand there for the Wheeling Miners. First down and 10 for the Miners from the their own 11-yard line. Andre Thomas Cobb and Flores, the receivers here for the Miners. Pete Savridis also back out there. Russell, with plenty of time, tries to hit Savridis, and the pass falls incomplete. And more likely going to have another pass interference coming up here. This time, Taven Archer going to be the guilty party for the Avengers.
Yeah, Archer had way too good of coverage on that one.
So will be the pass interference against the defense. Russell having plenty of time out there throwing the ball. Ball will be moved up to the 21-yard line. Fresh set of downs here for Wheeling as they lead 8-0 with 4:19 and counting here in the first quarter. Zellum in the backfield. Savridis, Flores, and Thomas Cobb are the receivers for the Miners. Russell, pass is complete over on the far side to Pete Savridis, and Savridis will be brought down at the 22-yard line. And that'll bring up a second down here for the Miners.
It's nice to see Pete get into the lineup here and make some contributions. Unfortunately, last week he didn't see the ball too much. Nice job there by Savridis of calling in the ball, making sure that he possessed it all the way to the ground after the hit.
Pete Savridis, the Wagner College product, also played earlier this season with the Jersey Bearcats. We're going to have a timeout for the Avengers with 3:36 to go here in the first quarter. And the Miners leading 8-0. We were talking about Pete Savridis, was a member of the Jersey Bearcats here in week 1. 2 receptions and 2 touchdowns for Pete Savridis. Was shut out last week, but gets his first catch in a Miners uniform.
Absolutely, that gives him the confidence to continue to catch the ball. Just a great receiver down there is Savridis. He runs the routes to perfection, Chris. I've seen him in practice. The way he's able to break off routes and continue up the field and bend it across in the end zones is phenomenal.
And Jeff, the Miners are hitting the road next week. They'll take on the Jersey Bearcats on Saturday, May the 18th. Once again, folks, that is a road game, so we're not sure if there will be a stream for that one or not. We'll get you some information on that. But Jeff, before then, we can meet down at Generations on Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. for the Coach's Show with Coach Rez and yourself.
Absolutely. Every Wednesday, hanging out at Generations, talking about the previous game. Come down. There's some players that come down. Come hang out and just, enjoy the week that was.
Westbrook is going to get the carry. Spins over the 20-yard line down inside the 20. He's going to get past the line to gain, and that'll be a first down for the Miners. First official carry there for Charles Westbrook. Goes for 4 yards up to the 19. He had the 2-point conversion on the Miners' first touchdown.
Just a breakout game for Westbrook last week, the 2 touchdowns and the huge run he had off of that toss. Just great to see him get involved in the offense.
Fresh set of downs for the Miners on the Michigan 19-yard line. Russell back to pass, looking across the middle, and the pass is intercepted on the play. Making the pick there is Taven Archer. We do have some laundry on the field, though.
Intercepted by number 23. However, there is another Belmont Seniors flag penalty on the play.
See what the call is here.
Offside.
Will be offsides against the Avengers.
Replay first down.
There's a free play there for the Miners.
On the play.
So the interception will be negated. It'll be first down and 5 for Wheeling. Ball on the 14-yard line. Savridis and Flores, the near side receivers. Thomas Cobb will be the man in motion for Wheeling. Russell with the sidecar off to the left is Westbrook. Russell back to pass. Here comes the pressure from the outside. Russell able to avoid one man. Throws it toward the end zone. Thomas Cobb has it. Touchdown Miners. Grant Russell add another one onto the board, this time to Andre Thomas Cobb.
Great composure there by Grant Russell to stand in the pocket and then flee, get out, find the receiver. Great job also of Thomas Cobb continuing his route and being an outlet for his quarterback.
That touchdown coming at 1:55. We also have a flag after the play. So there's 1:55 to go here on the clock. The Miners out to a 14-0 lead. See what the call will be here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense after the play. Penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So we have the unsportsmanlike penalty. Anthony Prevost in to attempt the extra point out of the Andre London hold. RC Everbeck, the long snapper. Gonna be a bad snap. Prevost gonna get it again, but Prevost has the corner, makes the spin move, and gets in for the 2-point conversion. Why not? Anthony Prevost with the deuce there.
Just the competitors, Anthony Prevost making good out of a bad situation, sees the goal line and punches it in.
So Anthony Prevost finds himself into the end zone for his first 2-point conversion of the season. And the Miners have a 16-0 lead. Take a look here on the health plan replay. Russell sending a man over to the far side, gets the snap, gets some protection, and then watch this, evading one defender and finding Thomas Cobb wide open in the end zone for the second Miners touchdown of this game.
Great job once again by Cobb of continuing his route, not giving up on his quarterback, standing there, giving him an option to throw to, and finds himself in the end zone.
Absolutely, we're gonna go ahead there as you get a nice little look at the Miners talking things over here. I believe you have your nephew down there as part of the halftime game.
Absolutely. We're going to have to get him with Prevost, see if he can kick a little bit better.
I think he's going to get one more try here, Jeff. That is your nephew, Spencer. He's about to be a freshman, right, at John Marshall?
Yes, sir.
So here we go. He's got it lined up. Ooh, just a little bit of line drive. I think, though, if he didn't have the Crocs on, maybe that would just be painful. We have this young man here getting set. Oh. Fans down there having a great time here at WesBanco Arena. Don't forget, you can be a part of the action on Saturday, June 1st. Miners will return to WesBanco Arena to take on the Steel City Stampede. And then the conclusion of the regular season will be Saturday, June 8th against the Maryland Eagles. Go WVMiners.com for your tickets. Anthony Prevost set to kick off once again here for the Miners. Back deep, Tony Sykes. Line drive kick here by Prevost, just underneath the crossbar there. But yeah, he looked over there to the chain gang. He said, all right, I'm right there. I know what I got to do now. Gives the chain gang a high five. And then going back, make a few adjustments. Jeff, you and him, that's how you and him pretty much got to know each other during the West Virginia Rough Rider games. He's like, all right, I got to get a little bit further this way, a little bit more leg. He told you exactly what he was doing.
Absolutely. That was one of the best times being down there on the chain gang, having fun with the players and just messing around with Prevost and stuff and going down, getting his tea for him, telling him, you probably could have went this way, that way, but who am I? So you know what I mean? So it's nice to be up here in the booth, though, this year, calling games and getting to live out my passion.
Him and we got to talk before the Week 1 game against the Jersey Bearcats just about the different tees and everything and the different adjustments that he makes on every kick. I don't think a lot of people realize how much goes into that. Armani Posey going to be the sidecar off to the right here of Kyle Isaac-Stinkins. Man goes in motion. That's going to be Sykes. Isaac-Stinkins back to pass. Going to take a shot down the field. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Devin Ashley. Isaiah Robinson. And on the coverage there for the Miners.
Great job there by Isaiah Robinson to stay with the receiver step for step there in breaking up the pass.
Isaiah Robinson, not normally a defensive back, but transitioning it into one here tonight. Once again, the Miners missing Aaron Finch, welcoming the newest addition to his family. We'd like to welcome them into the broadcast. Sykes, sidecar off to the right here of Isaac-Stinkins. Back to pass, a little bit too high there for his intended receiver, Dion McGee. And that'll bring up a third down here for the Avengers. Third down and 10 upcoming here for the Avengers. Time winding down here in the first quarter. And a look here at the Miners defense. And that is going to wrap up our first quarter of play. The Miners shutting out the Avengers in the first quarter, 16-0 here in this one too. But you know, Jeff, too, a little bit of a learning curve here, you know, once again with these league versus league battles going on.
Yeah, I mean, they're used to playing, the Avengers are used to playing indoor rules, a little bit different here. You don't have the two men in motion, so they're trying to adjust to what's going on.
Absolutely, indeed. But this is a very good football team out there, especially in the defensive backfield. The Avengers, they've been doing a pretty good job on coverage. Just a few times the Miners were able to get behind their defense for some big plays and some touchdowns.
Absolutely. I mean, you just got to tighten up, get down, and just play complete football.
Get a look there at the Miners bench. Some fans there in the background enjoying tonight's game. Mother's Day edition. And once again, if you didn't join us in the pregame show, we'd like to welcome you in and wish all the mothers out there a very special happy Mother's Day. And Jeff, it might be a little early, but to your beautiful wife, Ashley, would like to wish her a happy Mother's Day. You guys will be welcoming your newest edition here in July.
Absolutely. Super excited. Getting closer and closer by each day.
Congratulations in advance, and we look forward to hearing all about the arrival of your newest edition. Posey, the man in motion here for Michigan. Ball kind of came out very awkward, and separating man from ball was Dante Mason. Pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up fourth down for the Avengers. While I have a minute here, I'd like to wish a very special happy Mother's Day to my fiance Kayla and her family, her mom Julie, and the family listening in here tonight with our daughter Serenity. Happy Mother's Day to Kayla and Julie, and once again to all the mothers out there. Avengers going to go for it here, fourth down and 10, ball on their own 10-yard line. Motion man is going to be Sykes. Sidecar off to the left is Posey. Here goes Sykes on the left side. Isaac-Stinkins back to pass. It's going to be a quick release as the pressure was coming. We have a little extracurricular after the play. But all the pressure was coming there. Dio DeSois right in the face of Isaac-Stinkins. So it'll be a first down and goal from the 10-yard line for the Miners in the Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration red zone. Andre London, the far side receiver. Savridis and Flores over in that trips formation. Flores will be the man in motion for Wheeling. Russell, sidecar off to the left is Charles Westbrook. Flores, the man in motion. Here's the pitch out to Westbrook, turning it forward, and he will be brought down at the 9-yard line, giving him a gain of 1, and that'll bring up a second down here for the Miners.
Nice job of getting positive yardage there was Westbrook, just lowering his pad level, getting his head down, trying to get as many yards as he could. Nice change of pace there for the Miners and running the football.
The ball is on the, actually he got up to the 8, so let's give him 2 on the play. Second down and goal from the 8 for the Miners. We have multiple players jumping down there on the field.
There's a Belmont Savings Bank penalty on the play.
The offsides against the Avengers.
Defense.
Great job there by the Miners, causing the Avengers to jump there. Great job by the offensive line, holding their water, not jumping on the double count there from Grant Russell.
The ball will be on the 4-yard line, about the 4.5-yard line. Second down and goal for the Miners. Stack formation on the near side. Andre London, Pete Savridis. Flores, the motion man for Wheeling. Westbrook, the sidecar off to the left of Grant Russell. Russell on the quick pass, gets it over to Savridis, gets it inside the 5 to the 3. Short gain on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and goal here for the Miners.
Great quick pass there by Grant Russell, finding Savridis there in the inlet, just trying to get a screen there to get Savridis involved.
It'll be third down and goal from the 3. All the way here on the near side. Westbrook, the sidecar off to the right of Russell. Flores, the motion man for the Miners. Another stack formation, this time over on the far side. Savridis and London. Russell back to pass. Some collision at the line. Russell moving forward, runs over a defender, breaks the plane into the end zone. Touchdown Miners. Grant Russell, his first rushing touchdown of the evening, and the Miners are back on the board once again.
What a competitor is Grant Russell, putting his head down, banging his way into the end zone for the Miners score.
So Grant Russell, we know he's not afraid to tuck his shoulder and run. Second touchdown of the game, this time of the rushing. Anthony Prevost in to attempt the extra point out of the Andre London hold. R.C. Everbeck, the long snapper for Wheeling. Prevost got the 2-point conversion on the last drive. Here's the snap, it's a low one. London able to get it down, and Prevost will split the uprights, and good. Oh no, they're gonna say it was no good. It went off to the left there. 10:21 to go here in this first half, 22-0 in favor of the Miners. Forgot about the new net that it actually extends on the outside of the goalpost there.
And Wheeling Miner fans, we are going to be looking now for 3 adults for the Zambia Boy tricycle race coming up later.
Got a good look at that touchdown there on the health plan replay. Great job by the Avengers, Jeff, on that last play. They were able to really clog up the receivers there on the line. A lot of contact there at the line, but then all of a sudden, Russell just sees a huge hole and just able to scamper in from 3 yards out.
That's something you have to take into account. Yes, you shut down his options, but Grant Russell calls his own number and is an option himself.
Prevost set to kick off once again. Tony Sykes, the return man. The only one he got to return, Jeff, was a great one. Got the Avengers all the way inside the Miners' 10-yard line. Anthony Prevost here. He's going to hit it off the scoreboard, just skim the bottom ring of that scoreboard. And so the Avengers will have it at the 20-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Michigan.
First and 10, Avengers.
Isaac Stinkins. Sidecar off to the right is Armani Posey. Like I said, Posey's going to line up all over the field here tonight for this Avengers offense. Pass is complete down the middle. Great pitch and catch there. Making the reception is Tony Sykes up to the 20-yard line.
Teaming up on the stop, number 20, Dante Mason, and number 21, Devontae Tinsley.
Tinsley and Mason making the big hit there for the Miners. On the reception there by Sykes. So first down and 10 here for the Avengers. This flip-flop 20-yard lines. On the replay here, just setting back in the pocket is Isaac Stinkins. Completed it right across the middle to Sykes. Hampton University product to the Bluffton University product. Now the sidecar off to the right is going to be Andrew Perkins. Man goes in motion is Posey. Isaac Stinkins back to pass, looking across the middle. That middle has been open most of the night for the Avengers, and they will have another first down inside the 10-yard line. Devontae Tinsley making the stop there for the Miners.
Great drive here by the Avengers, just moving the ball downfield, look a little bit more comfortable in this drive.
So ball will be on the 9-yard line. First down and 10 from the Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration red zone. Javen Jones, Dio DeSois, Zay Lewis down on the line here for the Miners. Plowden, Javon Johnson in the linebacker position. Dante Mason, Devontae Tinsley, and Tyree Williams are the defensive backs out there for the Miners. First down and goal for the Avengers. It's going to be a quick pitch out to the right side, lowering his shoulder and getting down inside the 5 is Andrew Perkins. Great carry there, gets it inside the 5, up to the 4. Brings up second down and goal for the Avengers.
Dio DeShaw on the stop. Second and goal.
Second down and goal here from the 4 for the Miners, or for the Avengers rather. Trips here on the near side. Posey will be the motion man. McGee and Ashley are the near side receivers. Perkins, the sidecar off to the left of Isaac Stinkins. Isaac Stinkins on the carry. Short gain, if any, on the play.
Stuck down by number 50, Isaiah Lewis.
Zay Lewis, and on the stop for Wheeling. No gain on the play will bring up third down and goal here from the 4.
Zay Lewis is somebody that's looked better and better by each game down there in a defensive line position. He's moved around a little bit. He's played both ends. He's also played at that nose guard position, but he looks really comfortable down there at that end defensive end position down there, does Lewis.
Again, Andre Portis and Larry Ford both not available tonight for the Miners. Zay Lewis, I mean, naturally an offensive lineman, but looking pretty good in that DN position, as is Javen Jones and Dio DeSois at the nose guard position. Posey, the motion man. For the Avengers, it's a high snap. Great job by Isaac Stinkins to be able to bring that down, but he's going to run right into the waiting hands there of Dio DeSois and Zay Lewis.
Great stop there by Dio DeSois, coming up, getting off his block there and just swallowing up the quarterback.
So it brings up fourth down and goal from the 5 from the near side hash mark. 6:35 and counting to go. Here's the snap. Isaac Stinkins able to come down with it, but right into the waiting arms there of Dio DeSois. Receivers here on the near side is Devin Ashley. Far side is Posey and McGee. And the Avengers are going to have to burn a timeout. Jeff, I like this timeout here by the Avengers. Be able to talk a few things out, see what you're going to do here on this fourth down play.
Yeah, you got to reset. I mean, the momentum is swinging towards the Miners right now. 2 big defensive stops coming on. But like we've seen down here on the other end, Chris, that bend but don't break defense of Coach Mont.
Absolutely, indeed. And that's one thing Jamarcus Webster brought up on the pregame show. He was talking about Coach Mott's defense. It's very dangerous at the collegiate level. It's very dangerous here in the AAL2. It's just a tough defense to get through.
Somebody that's very passionate, gets to his players, knows how to get everything out of his defense, is is Coach G. He just loves football, has a great passion for it, and I love watching him coach.
So 4th down and 5 upcoming here, 6:01 remaining in the first half of play. Coming up at the half, you'll get a look at the Miners dance team. The Mine Line, drum line here for the Wheeling Miners. Sidecar off to the left of Isaacs Dinkins is Perkins. Man goes in motion is Posey for the Avengers. Isaacs Dinkins back to pass. It's going to be a feed route to the corner, and making the catch for the touchdown is Devin Ashley. And the Avengers get it on a 4th down and 5.
Good pass there by Dinkins. A little bit of a push off there in the end zone. Referee was looking right at it, didn't call it, kept the flag in his pocket, and a touchdown there for the Avengers.
So Devin Ashley on the receiving end of that touchdown, and the Avengers are on the board and going to set up for 2 here. Man goes in motion. It's going to be Posey. Mason on the coverage. They're going to try the same play once again, and this time Dante Mason able to break it up, but might have been a little bit too physical down there with Devin Ashley as the flag comes out on that one. So the exact same play, and Mason with a little bit of a hold in the defensive pass interference there. So we'll try this one again.
Half the distance to the goal, retry the PAT.
Move the ball up to the 1-yard line. 5:30 and counting here in the first half. Miners up 22-6. Extra point pending here. Far side receiver is McGee. Posey will be the motion man. Ashley here on the near side. Tight coverage by the Miners. Perkins is the sidecar off to the right. Here's the handoff to Perkins up the middle, and he is going to be denied the goal line. So the Miners able to deny the 2-point conversion boost there. 5:03 to go here in the first half of play. 22-6 in favor of Wheeling. So Jeff, look here on this health plan replay on that touchdown pass. Ashley creating separation on the outside and getting the touchdown reception. Here's the overhead view. Isaac Dinkins, just a perfectly thrown ball to Ashley for that touchdown. Cam Dixon there on the sideline for the Miners, talking with Tyree Williams. And Cam Dixon, Jeff, this unfortunately lower body injury to start the season, only 2 plays in. There's a slight possibility he said he could come back, but it's highly unlikely, and more likely his season might be done.
Unfortunately, yeah, just a great talent down there is Dixon. Somebody was super excited to get back to football. Just a great linebacker. Put on some more weight to play that Mac linebacker position. It was normally a Jack linebacker when he played in previous years. Put on some more weight, played that Mac linebacker position, was ready and stout for a good season, but unfortunately ends it due to injury.
Also not available on the IR is quarterback Andrew McBride. Got hurt at the end of this Steel City game. And then we have not had the pleasure of seeing Dakota Romantino, Waynesburg University product, yet. Had the injury before the season there. We'll take you down onto the field. You folks might know the young man there in the yellow helmet. That is Joel Zellum's father. I like his strategy down here, Jeff. Push it with the stomach and the legs. Why not? I mean, I don't think, yeah, it would be almost near impossible to pedal down there.
fans, we're going to shake off that 6 points we gave them. We got to play nice. You know, we had a reggae music scheduled for them as they warmed up, and they came out earlier than expected. So, gentlemen from the team up north.
It's exciting at the same time. So I'm just gonna start talking about what I like. I love cats. I love like big red cat. I just want to hug on them and I can't get up every night.
Taven Archer set to kick off here for the Avengers. Isaiah Robinson, Dante Mason back deep here for Wheeling. Kickoff here, it's going to go back to Robinson, who's going to get it at his own goal line, makes a cut at the 10, at the 15, gets a few nice blocks in front of him. Making a real nice block there was Pete Savridis. Brings Robinson up to about the 25, let's call it the 23-yard line. Bring up first down here for the Miners.
Nice job, Robinson, filling in defensively and special teams for Aaron Finch here tonight.
They are going to mark him just at about the 23-yard line for this first down play for the Miners, leading 22-6. 4:40 in counting here to go in the first half of play. Andre London, Jeremiah Flores, Isaiah Robinson. Robinson will be the motion man for the Miners. Westbrook, the sidecar off to the left. He's going to get the pitch out to the left, cuts it up at the 25 to the 20, and will be brought down at the 18-yard line. Be about an 8-yard run there by Charles Westbrook. Another positive run by the West Liberty University product.
Nice to get Westbrook in motion, almost to full speed. By the time he gets to the line of scrimmage and catches that pitch, downhill running from Westbrook, puts his head down and gets almost a first down there.
Brings up second down and a long one for the Miners. Ball on the Avengers 18-yard line. Trips here on the near side. Savridis, Andre London, and Isaiah Robinson. Russell back to pass. Looking, has Robinson in and out of his hands. On the coverage there for the Avengers was number 23, Taven Archer, and that'll bring up a third down here for the Miners. Grant Russell's first incompletion of the night.
Russell put a little too much on that one. A lot of heat coming off the ball there to Isaiah Robinson. Just couldn't corral it there. Just had to get it out quickly, did Grant Russell.
Westbrook, the sidecar off to the right of Russell. Robinson will be the motion man. Andre London here on the near side. Flores over on the far side. Russell back to pass. Quick hitch out to the side to Isaiah Robinson. And he is hit hard into the boards there by Andrew Perkins. But that'll be a first down here for the Miners.
What a first half by Isaiah Robinson. He's got the rushing touchdown. He's had a great return, had a good pass block up, and a great completion here. So just an excellent first half for Isaiah Robinson.
And it was just a quick route there, just going right across the middle. Russell able to hit him. Flores will be the motion man for Wheeling. Stack formation over on the far side with London and Robinson. Westbrook, the sidecar off to the right of Russell. And we're going to have a flag on the play. We're having offsides against the Miners. I think Flores got just a little bit too fast of a start there on that one.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
Move the Miners back here from the 6 to the 11. Check that, they're going to actually get moved back from the 7 to the 12. There we go. First down and goal for Wheeling from the Avengers 12-yard line. Clock running here in the second quarter, 22-6 in favor of Wheeling. London, the far side receiver, also Robinson over there in the stack formation. Flores will be the motion man for Wheeling. Westbrook, the sidecar off to the right of Russell. Russell, back to pass, looking downfield, just overthrew Jeremiah Flores, who had a step on his defender. and that'll bring up 3rd down and goal here for Wheeling.
Russell had
Second
to
down.
throw off of his back foot there, tried to get as much as he could on that ball and try to float it into Flores. Just too much out in space there for Flores trying to make the completion.
So I stand corrected, brings up a 2nd down and goal from the 12. 1:30 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. Same receiving core as before, London, Flores, and Robinson. Robinson, the motion man. Declared tight end is Thorpe. Russell, QB keeper, out to the left, gets a nice block from Westbrook and will get slammed into the board. See where they're going to mark him down here. Mark him down at about the 8, give him a gain of 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and goal here for the Miners. Here at the 1-minute warning, 22-6 in favor of the Miners. How'd you like that call there by Coach Rez to maybe, just mix it up a little bit and Russell there on the QB keeper?
Yeah, just kind of changed the direction a little bit. They were used to either somebody else carrying the football in the jet sweep or Russell throwing it downfield. So just a nice open waggle run there by Grant Russell, just trying to find his way downfield, just to get some positive yardage, and once again live to fight another down.
Now the players throwing some hot dogs into the crowd here. Get to see the arm of Isaiah Robinson and Anthony Prevost. Now Anthony's like, hey man, I got to get a towel though after throwing that one. Hey, we get a health plan replay of the hot dogs going into the crowd. Look at that catch by that young lady. Oh, then we almost had the one-handed catch. I like it. Great job by our production crew here at 1JB Media. 3rd down and goal upcoming here for the Miners. Westbrook, the sidecar off to the left. Flores, the motion man for Wheeling. Quick screen, wide receiver screen over here on the near side, and Robinson gets a short gain on the play. Call it a gain of about 2. And it'll bring up 4th down here for the Miners. So just like the Avengers were faced with a 4th down and goal from the 5, the Miners faced with a 4th down and goal from the 5. London, the far side receiver. Robinson here on the near side, and Flores also over there on the near side. Westbrook lining up under Russell as he comes in under center. Russell takes the pitch, looks out to his right. Russell keeps it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miners. What a fake there by Grant Russell. We're also going to have a flag after the play. See what the call is here from the officials. It looked like it was after the play.
Belmont City's penalty flag on the field. I believe it's a post-play penalty.
So both teams, Jeff, completing a 4th down and goal from the 5 for a score. 50.2 seconds to go here in this one. Prevost in to attempt the extra point out of the Andre London hold. R.C. Everbeck, the long snapper. Here's the kick by Prevost. And it is going to be no good. So 50.2 seconds to go. 28-6 in favor of the Miners. That touchdown coming at 50.2 seconds. Here's the replay there. Just the fake pitch. And then Russell tucking it off to his left. And then had to lower his shoulder at the end there as he tried to just waltz into the end zone. But the Michigan defender right there, Deontay Jones.
Game coming up again on Saturday, June 1st, right here at WesBanco Arena.
Don't forget, fans, you can follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. As you look on your screen there, you could also visit us on gowvminers.com for more information. Jeffrey Blumenauer, our esteemed color commentator, does a little bit of it all. Social media, color commentating, on the field. It's going to be a squib kick here by Prevost. And a great job there by the Avengers to be able to come down with that one. And
London almost had his hand on that one. He tried to jump it at the point of height and almost had it.
It was Tyree Williams.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 8, not 5. Excuse me.
Yeah, Tyree Williams almost coming down with that one. But it'll be first down and goal. No, check that. First down and 10 from the 14-yard line for the Avengers. But we had the penalty too, don't forget, and I think that's why Prevost was attempting that squib kick there, so it'll be first down and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, it's almost like a free kick. You're getting some yardage back. So if you get it, you get it. If not, then it backs them up just a little bit more.
Avengers going to send out the receiving corps of McGee and Ashley. Devin Ashley, the Garden City Community College product, 6'4", 180. Lone touchdown for the Avengers as Sykes is the motion man. Isaacs Dinkins back to pass. Ball is going to be knocked down on the play by Devontae Tinsley, and that'll bring up a second down for the Avengers.
Tinsley once again breaking up another pass there, getting in between the receiver and the ball. Great job there by Tinsley of knocking that ball down.
He also has a fumble recovery in this game too. Second down and 10 upcoming for the Avengers, 44.6 seconds. To go here in the first half of play. McGee, the far side receiver. Sykes will be the motion man for the Avengers. And Ashley here on the near side. There's the reception by Ashley trying to go forward, and he will be brought down on the play by Tyree Williams. Bring up a third down here for the Avengers.
Great job there by Tyree, seeing the play and just stopping it down. Couldn't break up the completion, but made the tackle there.
And Isaacs Dinkins, just what a great job, that three-step drop. This time just a two-step drop. Looks over, find his receiver, passes complete. That'll be completed to McGee, and that'll be a first down for the Avengers.
On the stop, number 20,
Dante Mason with his fourth tackle of the game. Avengers here with the first down with 17.6 seconds to go. Ball on the Miners' 12-yard line.
Trying to get some points here. The Miners do get the ball coming out of the second half, so trying to put some extra points before they have to give the ball back to the Miners.
Perkins will be the sidecar off to the right of Isaacs Dinkins. Sykes, the motion man for the Avengers. Ashley is the near side receiver. McGee also over on the far side. Isaacs Dinkins, 3-yard drop. Looking toward that corner, was looking for another fade route. Pass falls incomplete. And we're going to have a false start coming up against the Avengers. So Isaacs Dinkins. Jeff, I'll tell you what, when he gets into that three-step drop and that release, he is a very, very dangerous quarterback back
Yeah,
there.
very nice snap release on the ball. He's able to put it pretty much wherever he wants to. He's got a nice ball that he can float over the top of defenders and drop it into a bucket to his receiver.
Damon Batten into the game for Michigan. First down and 15 upcoming here for the Avengers. Ashley, the near side receiver. McGee over on the far side. Motion man is Sykes. He's going to come over here to the left side. Here's the snap. Isaac Stinkins. Just a quick drop this time. Tries on a fade route to McGee. Pass falls incomplete. Dante Mason in on the coverage there for Wheeling.
Good job by Mason. Couldn't get to it, but just enough. Gets his fingertips on it and knocks it and disrupts the path of the ball.
Bring up second down and long here for Michigan. Clock at 8.6 seconds, 28-6 in favor of the Miners. Ashley, the near side receiver. McGee and Sykes over on the far side. Batten is the sidecar off to the left, the Wayne County Community College product. Lining up next to Isaac Dinkins. Sykes, the motion man. Another flag on the play. Three-step drop here, and almost, whoa, making a circus cat. No, they're going to say it was incomplete. But what an effort there by Dion McGee to be able to come up with that one. Pass is incomplete. Flag on the play. Just under a second to go. It's going to be offsides against the Miners. So the Avengers had a free play there. Tried to go for it. I don't know, Jeff. I thought McGee came up with that one initially.
Hard to say down there against the boards. It's just anything goes down there, but hard to see if he did make the completion. But nonetheless, they get another shot here with the penalty on the Miners.
So less than a second to go. So the ball will be on the 12-yard line. One last heave here for the Avengers in this half. Sykes the motion man. McGee over on the far side. Ashley here on the near side. Batten the sidecar off to the left of Isaac Dinkins. Back to pass, Isaac Dinkins looking toward the end zone. He has it. Touchdown Avengers. That's Tony Sykes. And they get back on the board here before the end of the half.
Trying to cut the deficit is the Avengers here, getting right on the board again before the half is over with.
So no time remaining here in the first half of play. Miners lead gets cut to 28-12. 2-point conversion. Deuce try coming up here. Here's the health play and replay. Isaac Dinkins, just a three-step quick drop and getting it right over into the end zone there to Tony Sykes. Sykes' first touchdown of the night for the Avengers. Isaac Dinkins, 2 passing touchdowns. 1 to Sykes and 1 to Ashley. 2-point conversion try here for the Avengers. Sykes going in motion. Here's the fake handoff. Isaac Dinkins back to pass. Rolling out to his left. Here comes the pressure coming. He's one toward the end zone. It's going to be picked off by Dante Mason. And that is how we will wrap up the second half of play. It'll be 28-12 in favor of the Miners. Coming up here on the halftime show, Walker Mosley, Jamarcus Webster will break down the first half. We'll also give you a look at the Miners dance team. Have a little special message from one of our coaches here. Be making his way up here on this Mother's Day, 28-12. So Jeff, real quick here, while one of our coaches, because I don't want to spoil the surprise, making his way up here to the radio booth, what did you think here in that first half?
Just a great first half. Slow start there for the Avengers. Very fast start for the Miners. Just getting it done, putting up 28 points. Defense playing tough, hanging in there. Great stop there on the first drive with, unfortunately, a great kickoff return by the Avengers. Bend but don't break defense by Coach Mont.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You knew it wasn't going to be a blowout type game. You knew this was going to be a tough game coming in here. The Michigan Avengers going in next week, playing in the Great Lakes Arena League Championship game. You knew this was going to be a pretty tough game here this evening.
Absolutely, and I mean, just anybody that comes into WesBanco Arena, the Miners do have an undefeated record, so they see that and they want to put it in a 1 in that 0 column.
Absolutely indeed. So as our special guest is making his way up here, want to remind everybody the next Miners home game will be Saturday, June the 1st against the Steel City Stampede, and then immediately the following Saturday after that will be against the Maryland Eagles to wrap this one up. And Coach, I kind of teased it a little bit here that we were going to have a special guest at the half.
Yes, sir.
Take it away here.
Hey, Mama, I know you're watching at home. I know you weren't able to come to this game, but happy Mother's Day. I love you very much, and I'm so thankful for everything that you do for the Boss. So we're going to get this win, and happy Mother's Day to everybody else out there.
And that was offensive line coach Max Bradshaw. Just want to thank him for being able to join us here. Going to hand it over to Jamarcus Webster as our dance team makes it out on the field. So, Jamarcus, what do you think of that first half here?
Well, it's great. The Miners got off to a fast start, got a touchdown on their first drive. Got an early stop with the Avengers, great defense. And then here in the second half, they slowed down a little bit with the scoring, but they still managed to get points. And at the end of this first half, they let up a Avengers touchdown here at the end, But you just got to hold your own water when it comes down to crunch time, and later in the game that could happen. The Avengers might have a chance to win the game on plays like that. So you just got to hold your water and make sure you tighten up as a defense, cover your gaps, stay in coverage, and just don't let up.
I'm going to hand it over here to Walker Mosley, but before I do, what do you think about St. Louis and his transition over to the defensive line?
It looks like he's just been playing the position for years, There's nothing that has changed from him. From going to offensive to defensive line, there's no change for him, It's like he's used to it being up in the trenches and whatnot.
Yeah, it's been a great game for the Miners here. Up 28-12 in a game that we knew was going to be a close game. Just so far, watching the offense, they just moved the ball downfield really well. Russell has thrown his first touchdown of the game. He's ran for 2, which is good to see. Just seeing what do you want them to do in the second half to continue to build this lead and defending defense?
Well, one thing I've seen, they do run the ball well. You haven't seen that much from the Miners. They don't really run the ball that much anymore, pass, but the runs they do have here on the goal line or it's close to a first down, they need to get first down. They run the ball very well. And some of the screen passes also work. We got on space. The receivers are actually really great at blocking, so they're able to block guys in front of them. Those screen passes will work. And, let's not be afraid to throw a couple deep balls down the field. Our guys can't get open on those deep balls. And Grant Russell has a great arm. He's going to lay them out there, because we've seen him before. So just more running the ball and, have a little like bootlegs that they had. Grant Russell ran it for a touchdown, have a little bootleg here and there, have a little play action and whatnot. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they just got to keep on doing what they're doing. No terrible penalties, no bad pass interferences. D-line continues to get pressure. They got great pressure, get to the quarterback, get little hits on them, get a sack, and just keep on pedal to the metal.
Yeah, well, we saw in that last drive, they really got to Isaac Dinkins there later on, but they ended up giving the touchdown with 0.3 seconds. They snap the ball, get that touchdown there. I've liked what I've seen so far. Just watching them play defense. They're not giving up the deep balls. I mean, the one touchdown that they get, the first touchdown they gave up was kind of iffy. It looked like the receiver pushed off a little bit. But I think the big thing what they need to do is, like you said, an offense. They need to move the pocket around. Like, he's dropped back, he's had all down to throw, but just moving it around will move the corners and the safeties just a little bit more, so they're not anticipating kind of the straight drop back that he has. He can roll out a little bit better. Running the ball, like you said, they don't run the ball much, but when they've done it so far, it's been effective getting it close. A couple times we got it 2nd and 1, and they just went for it. And I think if they want to continue dominating on offense, I think what Grant Russell needs to do is just move the defense a little bit more. He's had to make some few tight throws, and if he can just move them a little bit more and kind of fake it out, like when he drops back, he uses his eyes, pushes them left, and then he can throw it right a little bit easier so far. But running the ball, would like to see a little bit more of the play action. You see what the Avengers do is they'll put it there and they'll almost like a pro read. They'll pull it and then they'll get it open. And one thing noticing in arena football here is the motion guy. What the Avengers I've noticed so far is they push it really hard. That motion guy will just sprint as hard as he can to the line, and then he'll read where that safety is. If he's dropping back, he'll make a quick stop, and the quarterback has it there. And then if that safety comes up to play, he'll try to take it down the field, which really eliminates that safety roaming over. As well as, I think a big key for the Avengers going for is the drops. They've had 3 or 4 just easy drops on the side that could have got him 5-6 yards going forward. Now, for the Avengers offensively, what more could they do other than, throwing the ball better? What do you think in depth? What can they do here?
Well, you see, they try to throw these little hitches here and there. That's gonna get a couple yards, but it's not gonna be a big impact, because the DBs are playing up on the hitches, so you make a nice little gain, but at the end, they got to try to end up getting the ball more deeper and out more space, move the guys around to open up the field and have the quarterback, not backpedal when he's getting pressure, maybe try to step up in the pocket, find a little hole to try to get through and get some yards on that, or just stay in the pocket and just deliver a great ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's been protected really well by this offensive line. I don't think he's been touched really one time other than when he decides to run the ball himself, which he's done efficiently. I think for quarterbacks, and especially this kind of climate in the arena leagues, the way he uses his legs is really smart. He's not trying to always bust out of the pocket. He's not trying to stay in there too long. He reads what he has, and he makes plays off of his legs, as you saw a couple times. With that fake, he scored that touchdown. He went to hand it off and just pulled it himself and took it and had all day to get there and score the touchdown. But I think something other than offense and defensively, what the Miners can really improve on is the extra points. I mean, so far it's 2 points left off the board, and then a couple times on those first touchdowns they went for it just because the long snapper wasn't getting the ball up into the hand. So I'd like to see going forward how they improve that and the kicking game. I mean, they kicked off the ball well. That first kickoff almost took it back to the house, but unfortunately got the tackle there. The defense stopped them, and would like to see the Miners defense play a little bit more physical. Other than they're getting to the quarterback and they're hitting him well, but I'd like to see them more physical in the aspects of trying to force the ball out, force fumbles, and get more turnover opportunities. Have a lot of tip passes and that. We need to bring them in and get those interceptions.
It would be great if we could capitalize on the tip passes. We have guys there, but we're just not able to get the football right there when it's stepped up in the air. We do need to create more force on the ball. You try to pop it out here and there. We did have one fumble here, great hit, got popped out, but they got to try to create more opportunities for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. That forced fumble was a great play to start off the game and really just pick up the momentum, especially in football. I feel like momentum flows so effortlessly from the first start. The Avengers had it. They run it, kickoff, boom, instant momentum, and then we forced a fumble in that second drive of theirs, and we just kind of took a lead. And we haven't really looked back. So I'd like to see them continuing to develop that lead, continuing to play their style of football and not change. Because once you start trying to change what you're doing based on the opponent, that's when you can get away from things. More mistakes are prone to happen. I'd like to see Grant Russell use his legs more. He's been really good at it so far. I want to see him continue that. A lot of times, it just looks like from where I'm sitting, the middle of the field just opens up for him to take off and run. And get more yardage. So I'd like to see him use the ball. He had that one interception, but luckily there was a defensive penalty which nullified that. So going forward, just great QB play so far from him. Just like to see him make more plays with his legs and not always depend on his arms. Because when he throws it, I mean, it's an absolute beautiful ball. A lot of speed, a lot of heat. I'd like to see him develop that more.
Yeah, I totally agree. Watching some plays, it's just green grass in front of him that he's able to go run, but he stays in the pocket, tries to stay in the pocket, deliver a ball. Sometimes it gets out, just doesn't run, but still throws it. But you can see he has green grass in front of him, so he can go take off. He did have a touchdown using his legs on that new leg. He's also ran a couple out of the pocket, but we just like to see him more go in open space and develop.
Yeah, and the receivers are doing really well. I think if I noticed maybe 1 or 2 drop passes so far, that's been huge. I think drop passes, especially in important situations like that, to where you drop a pass that you should have had. It can really ruin a drive, and that's what they don't need. They need to keep going, keep building the momentum, and keep pushing the ball in the field, which they've done well really so far this game.
Yeah, just overall, the Miners are playing great, defense is playing great. They're having all gas, no brakes. They're not going to let up. They coming out in the second half. They're going to try to be more ruthless, get the ball more on defense, and on offense, just keep on doing what they do at the score. That's all they can do. That's all they need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last week they scored 88 points, so they can score them with the best of them, and they held them to 20 last week. But I think what would be really nice to see is them run the ball, not even more, just run the ball in certain spots more, to where the defense is like, all right, we can't just always drop back and expect a pass, because the more you run the ball, the more it opens up that play action, which can move linebackers and more safety, and move the safeties. So I'd like to see anywhere from just simple handoffs there, or something, maybe a little pitch. And I think something that obviously that could really open up something is, they've done it I think 2 times so far, is they go under the center, and you have the running back to the left in that sidecar action, and he just boots off, and it's like a pitch. If they have a chance, I think if they get a receiver to leak up a little bit, they have an option there to maybe a halfback pass kind of thing. I mean, in a small space like that, it's definitely an option.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, so far, it's been a great game. Let's see 28-12, let's see if they can add on and get anywhere close to 88 like last week.
Great job there by Walker Mosley and Jamarcus Webster. He's going to give you a quick scoring summary here. Miners got on the board first, a 2-yard run by Isaiah Robinson to get things started. The 2-point conversion by Charles Westbrook made it 8-0 in favor of the Miners with 7:19 to go in the first quarter of play. Then Grant Russell hitting Andre Thomas Cobb from 14 yards out. The 2-point conversion run there by Anthony Prevost to make it 16-0 in favor of the Miners. As we take a quick look here at the first half highlights brought to you by the Health Plan. Grant Russell just avoiding pressure here. Here's the pass to Andre Thomas Cobb for that touchdown of the 14-yard variety that we mentioned. The sheds a tackle there. Thomas Cobb with a campfire lit in the end zone for that passing touchdown. Russell here evading pressure again. There it is, just a different look on that passing touchdown to Andre Thomas Cobb. Great job by our camera crew there. In the first of 2 rushing touchdowns for Grant Russell, this one of the 3-yard variety, bulldozing over a defender there. That made it 22-0 in favor of the Miners at the 10:21 mark of the second quarter. The Avengers here going to get on the board. Or check out, this is actually going to be one of the pass completions to, I believe that was Sykes. Yes, it was. And the Miners defense standing tall on this one. Making a big stop there. There's the receiving touchdown for the Michigan Avengers. Devin Ashley on the receiving end there. Just the overhead look, getting separation, making the catch for the Avengers touchdown. That made it 22-6 in favor of the Miners, as that 2-point conversion was no good. Like I said, I love the hot dog replays here. Isaiah Robinson chucking him into the crowd, Anthony Prevost. But how about this? How about 2 rushing touchdowns here for Grant Russell? Fakes the pitch off to the left to Charles Westbrook, gets everybody moving. And then the Avengers, though, no time left on the clock here in that second quarter. They get back on the board here. Just creating separation was Sykes for that touchdown for the Avengers. All those replays brought to you by the Health Plan. Get you some first half stats here. Passing on the night, Grant Russell, 6 of 8 for 68 yards and a touchdown. Also 4 carries for 17 yards and 2 touchdowns. Charles Westbrook, 3 carries for 15 yards. Isaiah Robinson, 1 carry for 2 yards and a touchdown. look there at D. Robinson and Israel Evans, two of the offensive linemen for the Miners. Wheeling leading 28-12 here at the half. Avengers set to kick off. Isaiah Robinson, 3 receptions, 45 yards in the first half. Andre Thomas-Cobb, 1 reception for 14 yards and a touchdown. Pete Savridis, 2 receptions for 9 yards. Leading the way in tackles, Dante Mason, 4 tackles, a forced fumble, 2 pass deflections. Devontae Tinsley, 3 tackles, fumble recovery, and a pass deflection. Tyree Williams with a tackle. Javen Jones and Zay Lewis with a tackle and a QB hurry each. Dio Dessois, 2 tackles and a tackle for a loss. Anthony Prevost with a tackle and Isaiah Robinson with a pass deflection on defense. Once again, Walker Mosley, Jamarcus Webster bringing you our halftime report. We thank them. Jeffrey Blumenauer joining me back here. So Jeff, what do the Miners have to do here to begin the second half of play?
Just continue their hot start like they had in the first half. Just they get the ball here, execute, get down the field, and try to extend this lead.
Set to kick off here for the Avengers is Tavon Archer. Isaiah Robinson, Dante Mason back deep for the Miners. As Archer set to kick this one off once again for the Avengers. Gonna be a line drive kick, and it's gonna go completely out of bounds. Well, guy got a football. He has money in his hand. And I think we had a popcorn explode down there. Hey, great job by our camera crew.
Poor guy was just trying to buy some 50-50 tickets.
Yeah. Or was that a drink that exploded? I couldn't quite tell. Oh, yeah, it looks like he has an adult beverage in his hand. So, oh, yeah, that was definitely a drink. Our Miners fan is completely drenched right now. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hey, there we go. Got another fan assisting you with the baby wipes. I love it. Yeah, somebody get that man another adult beverage. I think he deserves one after that. First down and 10 for the Miners. Ball will be on the Avengers 20-yard line. Motion man is Flores. Russell, back to pass, 3-step drop, looking across, and it was severely underthrown and knocked down on the play. In on the tight coverage there was Andrew Perkins. But we also have a flag on the play.
There is a Belmont Savings Bank penalty flag on the field.
And this one is going to be against the Miners. We have a face mask against the Miners. So this will move the Miners back into their own territory to the 20-yard line. So it'll be first down and about 20 upcoming here for Wheeling. Both these teams have played very disciplined football, and that's one thing that I talked with Coach Dinkins about his first 3 games of the season. He said, you know, we're a team that doesn't take many penalties, and in the loss against West Michigan, he told me that they took 7, which was very uncharacteristic of them, but we've seen a lot of penalties on both sides here tonight, Jeff.
Absolutely. Just what happens when you get 2 good teams together, just mistakes happen.
Russell, back to pass again. Looking downfield, Flores gets some separation, and the reception, touchdown Miners! Jeremiah Flores, first catch of the night, goes for a touchdown, and let's give him 6.
Great job there of Flores beating his man down the field, securing the catch, hitting the wall, and holding on to the football in concealing the touchdown there.
Anthony Prevost in to attempt the extra point out of the Andre London hold. Here's the snap from R.C. Everbeck. The kick is up, and it'll split the uprights and good. Be 35-12. Yes, on the health plan replay here, Russell taking that 3-step drop. Flores with just about a yard's separation over Omar Pagan. and has the touchdown for the Miners, and that is exactly how you wanted to start this half.
Great double move there by Flores, just baiting the receiver, knowing the ball was coming, looking up. The defender kept his head down the whole time, didn't know where the ball was. Great concentration there by Flores.
So the score is actually 35-12. Looks like we had an issue with the scoreboard down there on the field. But it is 35-12 with 13:06 to go in the third quarter. So Flores, first catch of the night, goes for a touchdown. Jeffy had 5 of them last week and gets his first one here tonight. And the Miners extend their lead to 35-12.
Exactly what I said they needed to do, go down the field, score, extend this lead, and they did just that on their first drive of the second half.
So Anthony Prevost on the line drive kick here, goes right into the hands of his opposing kicker, Taven Archer, and he will be brought down on the play by Andy Plowden. I like what Prevost was trying to do, but we're waiting right in the vicinity there was Tavon Archer, excuse me, on that return up to the Miners' 18-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Avengers. Motion man is going to be Sykes. Twins here to the near side. Ashley and McGee, as Sykes is going to join them here on the near side. Pitch over to the left to Perkins. Gets a burst of speed, but Andy Plowden bringing him down on the stop. So back-to-back tackles there for Plowden, the Teal University product. Ball goes up to the 14-yard line. Taking down the Lawrence Tech product and Andrew Perkins, 5'10", 205 pounds.
Great job there by Plowden, just back-to-back. Great plays by him, just not breaking contain there on the outside and just making a great tackle, not letting the running back get any room.
And once again, folks, we do apologize because our scoreboard on the stream is linked in with what's down on the field. So there was a mistake down on the field. The score is 35-12 in favor of the Miners. Sykes, the motion man. Isaac Dinkins back to pass, hits Perkins out of the backfield, and Mason makes the stop. And that'll be a first down for the Avengers. I like how they snuck Perkins out of the backfield there to make that catch, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, just somebody that was uncovered, unaccounted for out of the backfield.
So it brings up a first down and goal inside the Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration red zone. Twins here to the near side. Receiver over to the far side is Sykes. He will be the motion man for the Avengers. Perkins, the sidecar off to the left of Isaac Stinkins. Keeper play by Isaac Stinkins trying to cut forward, and he will be brought down by the duo of Andy Plowden and Dio DeSois.
Plowden just all over the field right now in that Mac linebacker position, just making a bunch of plays here in the past couple possessions.
And Isaac Stinkins, he wanted to try to get to the outside, but his blocker was able to push the defender to the outside, so he was able to cut up in the hole that was made there. 9:30 and counting, 35-12 in favor of the Miners. Second down and goal upcoming for the Avengers. Ball on the 8-yard line. Perkins, the sidecar off to the left here of Isaac Stinkins. Sykes, the motion man for the Avengers. Back to pass, looking over on the fade route, and a good battle going on there between McGee and Mason. Ball is overthrown, and that'll bring up a third down and goal now for the Avengers.
Those two have been battling all game long. Just a great defender on receiver battle going on there in the end zone.
Those fade routes have been working. I mean, they've got man-on-man coverage. They've got the matchups they wanted. Just that ball was just a tad overthrown. 3rd down and goal upcoming for Michigan. McGee and Ashley over on the far side. Also over there is Sykes, but it will be Ashley the motion man. Come behind his quarterback over here to the near side. Isaac Stinkins back to pass. Looking across the middle, he has a man open. And making that catch is Sykes. He'll be stopped just shy of the goal line. Will bring up 4th down and goal from the half-yard line.
What a ball there by Dinkins, putting it into a keyhole there for his receiver.
4th down and goal.
So 4th down and goal upcoming. Once again, you have 240 pounds of quarterback there in Isaac Dinkins. And then you have 202 pounds in the backfield. It's going to be a keeper try by Isaac Dinkins, and he is going to be stood up by the defensive line of the Miners. Leading the charge there was Andy Plowden. And the Miners make the stop on 4th down and goal.
Great penetration there by the defensive line of the Miners. Some extracurricular activities happening down there on the field right now.
So Zay Lewis was down on the ground. We have some laundry on the field. And we also have we do have a player down. I apologize, folks. I cannot see you. It is one of the Avengers players. Take a look here on the health plan replay. Javen Jones, Plowden, and Dessois just leading the way there for the Miners. It actually looks like it was Javen Jones that first got his hands on the quarterback, Isaac Dinkins, and then Dessois and Plowden both coming in there, Jeff.
Yeah, just a great, once again, great penetration by the defensive line of the Miners, getting in there, not letting anything go. The snap was a little bit bobbled there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Michigan. 10-yard penalty.
So we have the unsportsmanlike call that's going to come up against the Avengers, but with the injury timeout here.
This is a drive, really injury timeout. All right, we're going to play on. Wheeling Miners. Come out and throw some merchandise. Yes, again, our mascot.
Injured Avenger player able to get up off the field on his own power.
And here comes, we got a birthday girl in the house too. I say happy birthday, honey. If you want some money merchandise,
Folks, we've had the RC Everbeck countdown going on. 79 total plays this season, 6 tackles. The Everbeck family watching the game with the Austins and the Howies. Allison, Jean. RC's girlfriend couldn't make the game because of Mother's Day. Tuning in from home, like to give her a huge shout out. Once again, RC Everbeck trying to become the oldest player to play 100 non-special teams plays. Already the oldest collegiate football player. And Jeff, our long snapper down there for the Miners.
Absolutely 76 plays away, impact plays away from breaking a Guinness Book of World Records. So hopefully he can get it. That'd be something really, really cool to see here happen in Wheeling.
But here's my question, Jeff. What is RC Everbeck going to do next? I mean, he was a decathlon athlete, a college football player, professional football player at 15. What's this young man going to do next? And yes, I'm going to say young man.
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm sure if he wanted to, Coach Rez would let him put on the coaching headset and call a play, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it might take a while to become the oldest coach, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Love RC Everbeck and everything he brings to this Miners team, so we'd like to welcome his family into the broadcast. Jeremiah Flores, if you could see there in the corner of your screen, getting down. See if maybe if he can get another touchdown here. I told him, I said, look, if you got any more last week, I can't count any higher than 5, man. Russell going to send in motion, man in motion. That's Andre London. Flores also down the field. Has some separation is London and just ran out of gas on that one. Overthrown. Intended for London. Omar Pagan, 6'1", 190-pound North Dakota product. And on the coverage there for the Avengers.
Yeah, just a little too much there for Grant Russell. Outstretched arms of Andre London. Tried to run underneath of it, but just missed him. Grant puts a little bit more air on that. He drops it right in the bucket to Andre London for his first touchdown of the year.
Second down and 10 here for the Miners. Zellum back in the running back position. Robinson, the far side receiver, and London on the near side. Here goes Flores in motion. Russell back to pass. Calvary coming. He has Flores wide open again. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Miners!
Flores finds his way into the end zone once again. Great route by Flores. He has continued to just throw a great bunch of routes out there as Flores.
And Nelson making a lap around the field here. So Jeremiah Flores, his second receiving touchdown of this half. Quiet first half, no catches from Flores, but his next two go for touchdowns. So we have a flag on the play. It will be the unsportsmanlike conduct, I think, for the excessive celebration. So it is 41-12 in favor of Wheeling. Prevost in to attempt the extra point to be out of the Andre London hold. Here's a snap. It's a high one by Everbeck. Prevost able to get it down. We have a flag on the play. So we do have a flag on the play.
Take a look here again. Grant Russell dropping back loads of time, uncorks the ball downfield, finds Flores there, and he finds his way into the end zone. Just a, once again, great route by Flores. Double move, taking care of the defensive back. Just once again, beautiful ball here by Grant Russell, finding his receiver downfield in Flores for his second touchdown of this half.
So 42-12. So 6:12 to go here.
Avengers 12. And we are in minor fans and what's coming up in just a few moments. We're going to have our Egypt Valley Stone Lucky Seed giveaway. We're going to find out if you are a winner here today.
No, we had the 2-point conversion in there.
28-12 at the half. Prevost hit those extra points, so it should be 42. Yeah. Okay. Anthony Prevost set to kick off here for the Miners. From Prevost, going to be another ground ball. And going up against the boards there is Tavon Archer. But after the penalty, that's going to move the Avengers into Miners territory. So the ball will be up to the 18-yard line here for the Avengers. And Jeff, we called it. We said we were going to see Joel Zellum on defense. Now we're going to see him in that nose tackle position. Nick Coulter, John Marshall product, all-state linebacker for the Monarchs. He will be in that MAC position. Going in motion for Michigan is Devin Ashley. Isaac Stinkins, three-step drop. Here comes Coulter with the pressure, and the pass falls incomplete. So Nick Coulter on the pressure there, and the QB hurry on that one.
Great job there by Coulter, getting in the backfield, doing what he can to disrupt that pass.
Yeah, Coulter just came guns a-blazing in that A gap. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 here for the Avengers. Man goes in motion here. That's Ashley. Once again, it's going to be a bad snap. Great job on the play there by Danelle Carithers to be able to pick that one up. There'll be a loss on the play and brings up 3rd down from the 21.
Fortunately, fell right into the arms of Joel Zellum. Just once again, a big athlete down there is Joel Zellum.
So he gets a tackle and a tackle for a loss on that one. Brings up 3rd down and long here for the Avengers.
Bring up 3rd down for the Avengers.
So Joel Zellum, once again, he can do it all down there. Offensive lineman, running back, and now nose tackle, applying the pressure there. Coulter in that MAC position. Isaac Stinkins back to pass. Here comes the pressure once again. And pass is complete on the outside. Still staying on his feet was Tony Sykes before Dante Mason bringing him down at the 15-yard line. Bring up a 4th down and manageable here for the Avengers.
I tell you what, Coulter once again, full head of steam, blows up the fullback in the backfield and just disrupts the quarterback again.
So here comes the 4th down here for the Avengers. Ball is on the 13-yard line. Believe the Miners are going to go ahead and take a timeout here with 3:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
What a halftime performance. You're hearing it again from the Mine line and also the Lady Miners dance team. Once again, just a great job out here tonight. And, you know, it's an atmosphere, Chris. I mean, it's not just a football game. You have that college game day effect here at WesBanco Arena.
And if you want to hear all that here at WesBanco Arena and witness some great football, make sure you go to GoWVMiners.com. Get your tickets for the next 2 home games, Saturday, June 1st against the Steel City Stampede, and then June 8th against the Maryland Eagles. The Miners do have one more road game. That'll be next Saturday against the Jersey Bearcats. Jeff, I'm excited for that one.
Absolutely. We will cover that and this matchup on Wednesday night at Generations for Through the Wire on the Inside the Walls network.
Once again, 6 to 8 o'clock from Generations, great food specials and some great company. Make sure, stop down to Generations Restaurant and Pub. Have a flag on the play. We're gonna have a false start against the Avengers. I think it was one of the offensive linemen, Jamar Ross. I believe Ross was the one too that was also injured that we couldn't quite see down there on the field. So Jeff, good to see him back in this game.
Absolutely.
Still 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down and 10 now for the Avengers. Ball on the Miners' 18-yard line. Still 3:23 here on a stop clock. Motion man is Dion McGee. Ashley is the near side receiver in tight coverage with Isaiah Robinson. Isaac Stinkins sends his man in motion. Here's the snap. Here's the pressure coming. Taking a shot toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete. Tyree Williams in on the coverage there for the Miners. It'll be 1st down for the Miners from their own 20-yard line. Check that 18-yard line. Jeff, do you guys have the player that will be joining you this Wednesday yet, or?
No, those are decided closer to time. We normally have a couple. Last week we were joined by Dre Williams. It was a great time with him, hanging out, and nice for him to actually tell his story and kind of show up and get back on the field after his injury, unfortunately, in the first home game.
Tyree, he was actually the one that was on the coverage there after that last one. I tell you what, the best radio voice on the team by far, him and Javen Jones both. They both got a voice for radio.
Absolutely. I asked him if he could do the intro for the coaches show, and he just kind of laughed at me. I think he could do it. I honestly think he could really do it. I mean, just unbelievable voice. Unfortunately, I didn't warn our other co-host, Jim, about his voice, and Jim was like, wow, he was just blown away. It was kind of funny the way it was set up, but you can go back and watch that episode on our YouTube also, and Inside the Walls Network on YouTube as well.
Yeah, I told Tyree he's going to have to be doing some voice work down there. First down and 10 here for the Miners. Flores, Savridis, and Thomas Cobb are the receivers for Wheeling. Russell, back to pass, has Thomas Cobb with some separation, nope. Pass falls incomplete. What a throw there by Grant Russell, but Thomas Cobb just unable to hang on to that one, Jeff.
Yeah, great coverage there by the Avengers, closing in and just causing the disruption there against the boards.
So the boards just separated that one as Thomas Cobb and Flores have a little laugh there. I mean, really tough catch to make.
Yeah, Cobb was looking for his second of the night.
2:30 and counting here in this one. Here's the health plan replay there. Russell, all sorts of separation by Thomas Cobb, but you have to hand it to Archer there on the recovery to be able to knock that ball, to shove Thomas Cobb into the wall and knock that ball out. Here's the pass over to Thomas Cobb. Pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up third down here for the Miners. They faked the pitch over to Westbrook, tried to free up Andre Thomas Cobb on the wide receiver screen, but unfortunately just a little too hot to handle.
Try to get Cobb there in some space to where he could run up field. Great play design there, better execution there by the Avengers.
Miners faced with a third down on their own 18-yard line. Clock striking near that 1 minute mark here in the third quarter. Flores, the motion man. Savridis over on the far side. Thomas Cobb here on the near side. Sidecar off to the right is Charles Westbrook. Here's the snap. Three-step drop by Russell. He's going to take a shot downfield here. Tight coverage, and knocking that one down was Andrew Perkins. He was step for step there with Jeremiah Flores. But Jeff, how about this Perkins young man here? Playing running back, he's lined up a receiver and defensive back here tonight. He's just all over the field for the Avengers.
Absolutely, the Avengers have a couple guys that can do that, go in, play different positions, just athletes there for the Michigan Avengers.
Dwayne Crump, Northwood product, 6'3", 225-pound linebacker. Lining up in that nose tackle position. I mean, he could play anywhere down there on the field. You also have Dion McGee, defensive end, also a wide receiver down there. And Calvin Rogers. Russell, back to pass, gets some separation again with Thomas Cobb. This time he has it. Touchdown Miners, Andre Thomas Cobb.
Cobb finally getting that second touchdown of the night. He had it earlier on a couple plays ago. He hauls it in here and scores, gets his second touchdown of the evening.
It was a frustrating drop for him on that first one, and then able to respond on that one. He was hit hard up against the boards, but then was able to get his footing back and being able to get into the end zone. Anthony Prevost in to attempt the extra point as the quarter has ended. But Prevost once again will have the opportunity to get this extra point. Here's the snap, it's a low one. London tries to pitch it over to Prevost, And the extra point will be no good. Just a bobbled snap there between the long snapper Everbeck and the holder Dre London. So we'll head to the fourth quarter, get those fours up 49-12 in favor of the Miners.
Miners 50, Avengers 12.
Take a look at the health plan replay. Once again, plenty of time here for Grant Russell. Fires it downfield, finds Cobb into the end zone. We mentioned the drop. He seals in the catch here for his second touchdown of the night. Great protection once again. Great ball here by Grant Russell, finding Cobb into the end zone. And extends the lead for the Miners.
Anthony Prevost set to kick off here for Wheeling. Back deep there for the Avengers is Tony Sykes. Here's the kick from Prevost, and it will be received by Sykes. Sykes getting to the outside, gets a nice block, and some flags come in there. And making the tackle on the play was Ron Brown.
On the return for the Avengers. On the spot, number 10, Ron Brown. There is a
So we have a block in the back against the Avengers.
return.
So just underway here in the fourth quarter.
Ball now spotted at the 10-yard line.
Ball will be back at the 10-yard line as we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Chris Thoburn alongside of Jeffrey Blumenauer, Walker Mosley, Jamarcus Webster, our sideline reporters. We will have them joining us here in the post game. So don't forget to stick around for our post game show. First down and 10 here for the Avengers. McGee, the near side receiver. Ashley over on the far side. Sykes, the motion man for the Avengers. Pass is complete here on the near side. And Isaiah Robinson making the stop.
Avengers pass complete to number 5. On the stop for your Miners, number 1, Isaiah Robinson.
Dion McGee with the 5-yard gain there. Brings up second down and 5 for the Avengers on their own 15-yard line. Zay Lewis, Dio Dessois, Javen Jones, the defensive line there for the Miners. R.C. Everbeck, Javon Johnson in the linebacker position. Tyree Williams, Dante Mason, and Isaiah Robinson are the defensive backs. Posey is the near side receiver. Man goes in motion is McGee. We have a flag on the play. Isaac Stinkins back to pass. He's going to be hit, and he is going to be sacked by Zay Lewis if this penalty stands, or if this play stands.
There is a Belmont Savings Bank penalty flag on the play.
See what the flag is. Be a false start against the Avengers. They're going to decline the penalty. So Zay Lewis's sack will stand.
Penalty will be declined.
And brings up third down and long here for the Avengers.
Isaiah Lewis. It's going to bring it up. Third down.
Posey and Ashley are the far side receivers. Man here on the near side, Dion McGee. Posey goes in motion. Here's Isaac Stinkins back to pass, throws it into no man's land. Pass falls incomplete. Run, QB hurry on that one by Javen Jones.
Once again, great pressure there by the defensive line and Mac linebacker of the Miners, just disrupting Dinkins all night long. He's throwing the ball before he wants to. He's throwing it short. He's overthrowing receivers. Just great pressure by the defense of the Miners.
So it will be a third down upcoming here. They're actually going to say the Miners were offsides there. So this will bring up third down and about 6 for the Avengers.
Bring it back to third down.
Man goes in motion here. Devin Ashley on this third down play. 3-step drop by Isaac Dinkins. Going to take a shot. This one's going to be intercepted by Dante Mason. Mason lowers his shoulder and will be brought down by Armani Posey. There's that picture-perfect tackle by Posey that we talked about also being a defensive player. But Jeff, 2 games, 5 interceptions for Dante Mason.
Makes his way back into the interception column, does Mason. Great read there, jumps in front of the receiver, takes the ball away and makes a good return and sets up his offense with good field position here.
12:35 and counting to go in this one. Here's the health play and replay. Isaac Dinkins, the ball was just a little bit underthrown. Dante Mason stepping in for the interception and returns it into Avengers territory at the 23.
Once again, just a great field corner is Dante Mason down there getting his opportunity with the Miners.
Andre London, the near side receiver. Ron Brown, also in at receiver. Pete Savrides in as well. Russell gonna tuck it and run to the 15, lowers his shoulder. He's not gonna dive. So he lowers his shoulder and pushes his way down to the 11. And that'll be a first down for the Miners.
We've mentioned it before, Chris. Grant Russell is a competitor. He doesn't care what the score is, what time of the game it is. He will put his head down and get extra yardage if he needs to.
We have first down for the Miners. Jeff, you nailed it right on the head there. Russell lowering the shoulder.
He is not afraid to punish defenders for trying to come up and tackle him.
Zellum in the fullback position. Savrides and London are the near side receivers. Ron Brown will be the man in motion for the Miners. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Ron Brown. He is an amazing runner, and Ron Brown going to get a few yards here inside the 10. Leading the way there was Dominique Robertson and Joel Zellum. About second down and 8 coming up here on the carry by Ron Brown. Call it a gain of 3. Call it second and 7. Inside the Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration red zone. Declared wide receiver here is Robertson. Ron Brown, the motion man, once again, stack formation with London and Savrides. Russell back to pass. Pass is complete to Savrides, and he is going to be tripped up immediately. About a gain of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up third down and goal here for the Miners. Ball is on the 8-yard line. Grant Russell, 4 passing touchdowns tonight, 2 to Jeremiah Flores, 2 to Andre Thomas Cobb. Savrides and Andre London in the stack formation off to the left. Ron Brown, the motion man here for the Miners. Zellum, the sidecar, off to the left of Grant Russell. Russell back to pass, gets a lot of time, gets it out to Ron Brown, who's hit hard into the boards. Looks like it's going to be of the face mask variety. More than likely,
Russell's pass complete to Ron Brown.
I guess it wasn't in goal. First down marker just fell down there. So this will be a first down for the Miners, half the distance to the goal.
Take a look here at the Healthline replay again. Great concentration there by Ron Brown to continue holding onto the ball as he hits off the wall and then gets the face mask. They're about on the 1 yard line here for the Miners.
So Westbrook, the sidecar off to the right here of Russell. 6 total touchdowns on the night for Russell. He has 2 rushing, 4 passing. Sends a man in motion at Savridis. Russell gonna hand it off to Savridis! And Pete has his first touchdown in a Miners uniform. Pete Savridis with the 1 yard run.
It is a great play down there for the Miners. Is that jet sweep motion coming off of the high motion. Great job there by Savridis of finding his way into the end zone for his first touchdown as a Wheeling Miner.
He had 2 here in week 1 again with the Jersey Bearcats. But Savridis getting in on the rushing play here on the health plan replay, just taking it right up the middle and would not be denied the end zone. Anthony Prevost in to attempt the extra point here out of the London hold. Snap is down, kick is up. Prevost will split the uprights and good. 55-12 in favor of the Miners after the 1 yard run there by Pete Savridis. Javon Johnson addressing the crowd there. That's how everybody was doing in the crowd. I think with the way the scoreboard's looking, Jeff, I think the crowd's pretty happy.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, who would be happy here on Mother's Day, Anthony Prevost would love to get an Uno. Line drive kick. Gonna go over the head of Sykes and bounce out of bounds. Oh man, I would have loved to have seen that one hit the back wall there. So Prevost putting it out of the end zone there. The Swiss Army knife and Hampton University product. 8:06 to go here in this one. Get a good look down there on the field. Rayshawn Ray into the game. Joel Zellum, Javen Jones, Nick Coulter, Andy Plowden. Ball beyond the 10-yard line. Defensive backs, Devontae Tinsley, Tyree Williams, Dante Mason. Isaac Stinkins back in at quarterback, has Posey the sidecar off to the left. Sykes the motion man for the Avengers. McGee and Ashley the other receivers. Isaac Stinkins back to pass, hits a man out of the backfield. It was Posey, but the ball fell out of his hands, incomplete. I love that play there though, Jeff. Posey wide open out of the backfield, just unfortunately not able to come up with that one.
Yeah, it was a good drawn up play there by Coach Dinkins, but unfortunately the execution not there for the Avengers.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 10 here for Michigan. Once again, this is a very good football team that the Miners are beating here tonight. Like I said, Jeff, they will be in the Great Lakes Arena League Championship not next Saturday, but Saturday, June the 1st against the West Michigan Ironmen. Posey, Isaac Stinkins has Posey as a sidecar off to the left. Sykes, the motion man here for the Avengers. Isaac Stinkins back to pass. They're going to try to screen play. This is going to free up Sykes a little bit. He's got a lot of room on the outside, makes a cut at the 20, and will be brought down just before the 15-yard line in Miners territory to the 17. Tyree Williams making the stop there. So, Jeff, they went for a lot of long plays. Wasn't able to get it, but Isaac Stinkins getting Sykes on that screen play, and then just great blocking by that Avengers line up front.
Use the aggressiveness of the Miners defense to get them. They over pursued there, and just a huge chunk of yards there for the Avengers.
So Ray, Zellum, and Javen Jones. The D-line here for the Miners. Coulter and Plowton, the linebackers. Williams, Mason, and Tinsley, the defensive backs. 1st down and 10 here for the Avengers. Posey, sidecar off to the left. He's going to send Ashley in motion. Isaac Stinkins looking across. Almost a very similar play on a curl route. Breaking away from the tackle is Sykes, and he will be brought down by Tyree Williams, but not after picking up a 1st down here for the Avengers.
Nice momentum here for the Avengers on this drive, moving the ball down the field. Tyree Williams, once again, great coverage there, and excellent tackle there by Tyree Williams.
1st down and goal from the 5 for Michigan in the Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration red zone. Posey, the sidecar off to the left of Isaac Stinkins. Sykes and McGee on the near side. Ashley, the motion man for Michigan. Isaac Stinkins back to pass, looking over toward the side and knocking that one away with Dante Mason from Devin Ashley. The ball was thrown a little bit low. Mason able to get a paw on that one for his 3rd pass deflection of the night.
Mason sitting on that route there, waiting for the ball to come. Just great deflection there by Devontae Mason.
I like the route there by Sykes too. He made his cut right at the goal line, trying to come back across the middle there. But right there was the Jack linebacker and Andy Plowden. 2nd down and goal from the 5. Ashley, McGee, and Sykes are the receivers. Sykes will be the motion man. Posey, the sidecar off to the left here of Isaac Stinkins. Isaac Stinkins back to pass. Here comes the pressure from the Miners, looking toward the end zone, and applying the pressure there was Joel Zellum, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal here for the Avengers. Zellum with his first QB hurry of the night.
Good adjustment there by Coach Mott, scrimming some last-minute adjustments there. Coulter hearing his defensive coach and backing out a little bit. He is within his 6-yard margin there, so he won't be called for Jack out of the box, but he'll be able to move around in that MAC linebacker position.
So Coulter applying the pressure from the MAC on that left side. 3rd down and 5 upcoming here for the Avengers as the clock striking near 3 minutes. Isaac Stinkins will have the sidecar off to the right. That's Posey. Sykes, the motion man for the Avengers. Ashley and McGee over on the far side. Sykes joins them now in motion. Isaac Stinkins there on that fade route once again. And coming up, did he catch that? waiting for the official, and what a touchdown catch there by Dion McGee. You got to hand it to him, Jeff, going over the boards and making that catch from 5 yards out.
Absolutely, a great job there, great concentration to bring it across the boards there. Once again, good coverage there by the Miners, but even better catch there by the Avengers.
Third passing touchdown of the game for Kyle Isaacs-Dinkins, rather. This time going to Dion McGee. He's definitely spreading the love out there, Jeff.
Take a look at this again on the Health Brand replay. Goes up and gets it here at its highest point. One-handed, taps it to himself, and then controls the ball to the ground.
3 different receivers finding the end zone for the Avengers. Michigan setting up for 2 now. Posey, the sidecar, off to the left of Isaacs-Dinkins. Isaacs-Dinkins backs the pass, looking across the middle. Andy Plowden with the interception, jukes the quarterback Isaacs-Dinkins, and then will be brought down by Posey. Nice interception there by Andy Plowden. So Plowden with that interception on that 2-point conversion, but just unable to return it the other way for the 2. It was Tyree Williams, I think, when week 1 returned the block kick for a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, great penetration there by the defensive line, which causes that interception there by Andy Plowden. Right place, right time was Plowden.
Like I said, you definitely got to hand it to Dion McGee on that last catch, Jeff. Just going over the boards and able to hang on to that football. My favorite was you had every single ref that was, they had all had to dive over to see if he had come up with that football. Now he's out there on the kick return team. I don't think this young man's come off the field all night. Set to kick off here. Tavon Archer. Back deep, Isaiah Robinson and Dante Mason.
Isaiah Robinson back deep.
It's going to be Dante Mason getting it at the 9-yard line. Gets a burst of speed. Here comes Mason, runs into one of his own blockers, but stays on his feet and will be brought out of bounds at the 23-24-yard line. Nice return there by Dante Mason.
Yeah, ran into the back there of Andy Plowden. Plowden was trying to lay a block for him. Mason was trying to go the opposite direction and unfortunately runs right into the back of his blocker.
So 1:27 to go here in this one. Ron Brown into the game now in that quarterback position. To be able to wrap this one up and put the final bow on it. Don't forget, stick around here for the post-game show. We'll have Walker Mosley and Jamarcus Webster. We'll begin things on our post-game show, and then Jeff and I will close this one out for you with our stats and scoring summary. Clock will hit the 1-minute warning. Like I said, folks, I think it was just an extra trigger finger there on the score. Because according to our sheet, we have 55-18, and like I said, we'll go through all that on our scoring summary. So 1 minute to go here in this one. London, Savridis, and Thomas Cobb are the receivers for Ron Brown in a quarterback, the Teal University product. Brown going to get behind his blocks in Westbrook. Brown voids one tackler, not a second tackler, as he will be driven down to the ground. But another powerful run there by Ron Brown. And he will have the first down for the Miners. I was going to say, that was definitely a first down. They got to reset the chains here. That's why the clock hasn't started yet. Okay, wait a minute. We got one ref saying second down, one saying, okay. It's a gain of 9 and it's second down now. All right. We have one ref that signaled first down, the other signaled second down. Now the clock starts to run. Brown sends a man in motion. It's Thomas Cobb. Thomas Cobb going to get the carry on the outside, and he will be brought down after getting the first down.
Ball carrier number 5, Andre Thomas Cobb.
Andre Thomas Cobb on the carry there. No gain on the play. So they're going to actually mark it at third down. But that'll be the last play that the Miners have to run in this one, Jeff. A 55-18 victory for Wheeling in this one over a very good Michigan Avengers team that is about to go play in the Great Lakes Arena League Championship. So, Jeff, let's hand it over now to Walker and Jamarcus, and then you and I will join everybody here on the post-game show in about 5 minutes.
Huge win for the Miners today against the Avengers. What we talked about at half kind of came to fruition there in that second half. You saw Grant Russell really starting to throw that deep ball through beautiful passes down deep. They ran the ball just a touch a little bit more, and the defense played physical. Thoughts in the final half?
Yeah, you can see they obviously had talks in the locker room, about Grant Russell, using his leg more out in that green grass. You've seen it here earlier. And the beautiful deep balls coming out of the half, finding receivers down deep, beautiful in stride, catches them for touchdowns. And, nice little run game, with the jet sweeps and just going up the middle with the running back. And then the defense just playing great, not letting up a touchdown until here towards the end of the game, but just playing relentless ball and just being great physical up front, down there in the backfield with the DBs, not letting them pass caught, batting them down and whatnot. Just playing great defense overall. Yeah,
I mean, when we went in the half, it was 28-12, and then when the final score ended up being 57-18, so only allowing 6 points in that second half was a huge testament to the defense and how strong they are. I mean, the beautiful touchdown pass in that back left corner of the end zone, tipped it up, went and got it himself, and got a touchdown there. It was the only score they allowed. They got an interception on the 2-point attempt. So looking into next week and the weeks after, what do you see this Miners team developing and continuing that they've done so far this season to make them 5-0?
They're going to continue what they do. You see here what they like to try to do is throw the ball deep, get those big plays, big touchdowns early on, as they do in most games. And here today, they got that touchdown on their first drive, a nice deep ball from Grant Russell, and the defense is going to have to keep on putting their foot on their throats and not letting it up. They're going to have to continue to get after the ball with the interceptions, continue bat balls down, make pressure on the QB, sack the quarterback, not allow big runs coming out of the backfield, stuffing them early.
Yeah, I think the Avengers, one thing they should have capitalized on more was the opportunities they had. A lot of drop passes, so I think the defense really took that in stride and was like, okay, what do we have here? And going forward, I'd like to see the defense again be more physical, really get to the quarterback, because you've seen it today. I've seen it that when you get to a quarterback, it's going to frustrate them. They're going to be sitting in their head thinking, what's going on? Why am I not getting protected? And that's just going to push them off their spot. It's going to question their judgment. When you get in a quarterback's head, it can really do some stuff for you. Would like to see them get more physical, really attack the quarterback, whether it be getting sacks. I think they only have one today, maybe two. But just like to see that more and to develop the run game. They had a few times with that, the RPO was there. He could have pulled it and ran it himself and had a few nice yards, but he let him have it. So I'd like to see that going forward so far.
Yeah, one thing the Miners really need to do is keep on capitalizing on getting stops in their own territory. They were here on the goal line a few times. The Avengers close on scoring, but the defense was just being relentless and not allowing that to happen. So they got to keep on continuing to do that. Be strong on the goal line. Don't let anything up, and just keep on being ruthless and keep them behind on their own side.
Yep. Wheeling Miners are 5-0 this season so far. I'd like to see that winning streak continue. Next home game, I believe, is on June 1st here at WesBanco Arena, and I'm going to send it back to you guys.
So Jeff, just an excellent victory here for the Miners tonight, 55-18 over the Michigan Avengers. But first, let's start with this Michigan Avengers team. They're going to have to go in here in a few weeks, play the West Michigan Ironmen for the championship in their league. There was a lot of positives that I saw out of this team. They have some great athletes. They have some great receivers. What do you think they can improve on before going into this championship game?
Just try to shut down defensively. Corners need to play a little bit tighter to the receivers, I think, just to get some pressure on the quarterback. That's one thing that they did not get tonight was pressure on the quarterback, and that could be of the completely redone offensive line of the Wheeling Miners. But they need to get pressure on the quarterback, especially if they're going in and playing a quarterback like Carter, who is probably going to show up for the championship game for the West Michigan Ironmen.
Yeah, absolutely. He didn't get to play in the first game there for the Michigan Avengers, but I mean, like I said, there was a lot. It's hard to take any positives out of a blowout loss, but like I said, if you're the Avengers, you got to pick yourselves back up. This was a game that, you know, they were playing before they went into the championship here, but I think I've seen a lot of positive out of this team. I think they would be okay out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just you come in, you travel on the road, you play a great opponent that is undefeated in the Miners, and they continue to stay that way and go to 5-0. Just a great display out here for the Avengers as well, but the Miners just once again asserting their dominance against a different opponent this time, just racking up the scores. Just a great performance by Grant Russell once again and his plethora of wide receivers.
Let's look at some of the stats here tonight. How about Grant Russell, 11 of 16 through the air, 178 yards and 4 touchdowns on the night for Grant Russell.
Just absolutely. I mean, he's able to throw the ball downfield. He found his way into the end zone by using his legs as well. So just somebody, like we talked about, it is not going to give up on a play. It does not matter what the score is, does not matter how much time is left in the game. Grant Russell is a competitor. If he needs 3 yards, he's going to go get 3 yards.
And you're seeing some of his highlights here on the health plan replays. Just poised in the pocket there and just dropping it in the bread basket there of Andre Thomas Cobb. So he finishes tonight 178 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air, 5 carries, 28 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns.
I like the adjustment by Coach Rez, seeing his quarterback, unfortunately in the past couple weeks, pick himself up off the ground multiple times. He makes the switch, he changes out and puts Westbrook and Joel Zellerman and flips them around. When he needs a big play, he puts Zellerman for extra protection, and then you have the dangerous running legs of Westbrook as well. So just a great 1-2 punch back there in different varieties for the Wheeling Miners.
You had Joel Zellum to a tackle for a loss, and a QB hurry in this game. I mean, he was playing on all sides of the ball out there. He played in the fullback position, a little bit on the offensive line, in that nose tackle position. So he gets the tackle for a loss, and also gets the quarterback hurry as well.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Joel has been really excited about, that he wants to play both sides of the ball. He doesn't want to come off the field. He is a big athlete down there, is Joel Zellum. Just a great grab for the Wheeling Miners.
3 carries, 15 yards for Charles Westbrook. Pete Savrides getting his first touchdown as a Wheeling Miner. 1 carry, 1 yard, and a touchdown. Also adds 3 receptions for 11 yards. What more can you say about Pete out there tonight?
Just coming into his own as a Wheeling Miner. He gets his opportunities out here tonight. Would have loved to see him get into the end zone of the receiving variety, but he finds his way in the rushing variety here tonight.
So Isaiah Robinson, 3 receptions for 45 yards. Didn't get in the end zone through the air, but gets 1 carry for 3 yards and a touchdown as well. How about Isaiah Robinson, the performance tonight? Another one that had to fill in tonight on the defensive side of the ball. Did pretty well out there too. No stats on the defensive side, but did a fantastic job in that defensive back position.
Also the return game as well. He was back there in place of Aaron Finch. Once again, congratulations to Aaron Finch. But just a great game out there by Isaiah Robinson. Did everything he was asked to do here tonight.
Ron Brown, 2 receptions for 17 yards. Also had 1 carry for 3 yards. Once again, a Swiss Army knife out there. He just kind of got in near the end of the game, but Ron Brown, another one that is just really coming into his own right now.
Yeah, I mean, he could do it all. Once again, doing whatever he's asked of this team. There's a trend here for the Miners. They're asked to do it, and they do it. They're multiple positions. They are just a selfless team out here tonight.
And then we also have Jeremiah Flores, 2 receptions, 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Andre Thomas Cobb, 2 receptions, 46 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like I said, it was more the Thomas Cobb show in the first half, and then Flores comes in with 2 big touchdown receptions in the second half. Cobb, 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half. But like I said, they were all over Flores in that first half, and then he's able to break loose in that second half.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely paid attention to the film, that's for sure, and stayed up on Flores. That gave Cobb an opportunity to score a couple touchdowns, but then Flores breaks away there in the second half. It puts 2 on the board.
Let's talk about this defensive backfield. Dante Mason, 6 tackles, interception, forced fumble, 3 pass deflections. Devontae Tinsley, 4 tackles, a fumble recovery, and a pass deflection. Andy Plowden, 4 tackles and a tackle for a loss. Dio DeSois, 3 tackles, tackle for a loss. Anthony Prevost with a tackle. Zay Lewis, 2 tackles, tackle for a loss and a sack. Also a quarterback hurry. We mentioned Joel Zellum earlier, tackle for a loss and a QB hurry. Nick Holder with a QB hurry. And I actually messed it up. Isaiah Robinson did have a tackle on defense here tonight. My apologies, Isaiah. I do apologize for that, but I corrected it right away. Jamin Jones also in on a tackle and 2 QB hurries. Anthony Prevost also with a tackle. But like I said, this offensive line here, Dominic Robinson, Brendan Thorpe, Izzy Evans, D. Dixon. I mean, what more can you say about this line? Zellum blocking in the backfield. Westbrook blocking in the backfield. Just an all-around effort here tonight for the Miners.
Absolutely, and I will once again go back to Coach Rez seeing an issue and fixing it, and just a great job by him finding the players, putting them in the right position, and putting them out here to produce.
I think it's pretty obvious who our offensive and defensive MVPs are here tonight. Do you want to go ahead and take the honors here?
I'll leave that to you, sir.
I mean, on the offense, you got to hand it to Grant Russell again, 6 total touchdowns. And then Dante Mason, once again, all over the field, leading in tackles tonight was 6, had the interception, the forced fumble, and then the 3 pass deflections. But Jeff, it doesn't matter. The Wheeling Miners improved to 5-0 on the season, 55-18 victory here over a very good Michigan Avengers team. The Avengers went into their championship game on June the 1st. The Miners return in here to WesBanco Arena on June the 1st to take on the Steel City Stampede. And then they will wrap it up with the Maryland Eagles on June the 8th at home. But, folks, this Saturday coming up, May 18th, it's going to be a war. Wheeling Miners hitting the road to take on the Jersey Bearcats.
Absolutely, Bearcats have a bad taste in their mouth after dropping the second game, well, their first game of the season, our second game of the season, against us here at WesBanco Arena, their only loss on the season.
Absolutely, indeed. So, Jeff, final thoughts here before we wrap it up and send these folks home to enjoy the rest of their Mother's Day.
Just a great game out here once again by the Miners, putting out a good product once again on the field, getting it done offensively, defensively, and special teams out here, putting up a bunch of points. Just a great display once again by the Wheeling Miners, pushing it to 5-0.
Absolutely, indeed. Jeff, always a pleasure, my friend. Can't wait to do this here. I mean, we have about 3 weeks off here, so I don't know what we're going to do with ourselves here before we return back to WesBanco Arena on June the 1st. Steel City Stampede and the Wheeling Miners. Want to give a special thanks. 1JB Media and his entire crew. Walker Mosley, Jamarcus Webster joining us on the broadcast tonight. He's Jeffrey Blumenauer. I'm Chris Dober, and your final score from WesBanco Arena. The Wheeling Miners take home the victory 55-18 over the Michigan Avengers. This has been a 1JB Media production. We'll see you next time on Saturday, June the 1st.